Tom, I thought there were two pretty good teaching moments, for younger players if they were here watching last night or watching on Flo or whatever. But we'll start with the game tying goal. Eric Polkamp's down low, moves it up to the top of the left circle, right across to Kyle on the right side. Eric Martin is there, the puck comes right to him. If he's not ready for a puck, if he doesn't have his stick on the ice, that's not a goal, is it?
No, and if he stops the puck, it's not a goal. We talked about that in video this morning. And, if you take a look at our goals last night, every one was a one-timer. And if you take a look at 80% of the goals, when I say a one-timer, whether it's a tip, a redirect, or a one-timer, that's all you got to get. If you stop a puck, if you dust it off, you stop a puck, you are not scoring. And, we work hard on scoring habits. In practice, we do a lot of video on it, and we address it, and we practice it. And, you have to have good scoring habits. And that's a quick stick, being in a good spot, presenting yourself. And if you take a look at that game-tying goal last night, Leighton Road rolls. And as he's rolling, he's bringing one of the Ferris State players with him who's now extended. He kicks the puck to Polkamp. And or actually kicks the puck to Polkamp. Polkamp immediately one-touches it back to Lufty. Lufty then one-times it on net. And then Marty's in the slot right there, and then he's in the slot uncontested, and he one-times it. So, there was three plays. If one of those guys, if Poley or if Lufty even stop it themselves, there's never even the puck doesn't get to Marty. And if Marty stops it, he doesn't score. So, there's a lot that goes into it is what I'm getting at.
I'll get to the game winner then, but, just talking, stick on ice. Defensively, you harp on that a lot. You work on that a lot. I've seen you guys in drills killing penalties where you'll have a guy flip his stick around where it's just, the hand of the stick down on the ice. Do guys have their stick on the ice enough?
Oh, yeah, for sure. You'll be blown away when you look at when you break down a game and how the attention to detail, how good the detail is of these guys. And when they're not, if they're not, then you get exposed. And that's the thing with video this day and age. In the new wave hockey, the habits and details of players has never been better because of that.
On to the game winner. Eric Polkamp is, nobody in this building was expecting him to be the guy where he was. He took open ice. Do guys take open ice enough?
Yeah, I didn't really know what happened. I even thought last night that I didn't realize that Will Magnuson came off the ice on a line change, and that was only 37 seconds. So Will took a short shift for Eric to go on the ice. I told you guys last night. I don't know why. Why did Wentz start Poley and Lufty? Well, he didn't. And what happened? He came off the ice. He came onto the ice. Excuse me. And what happened? We called it a D dive. And Austin Yuppie is rolling up the wall, and then we D-dove, which means you're driving to the slot right there. And that obviously, again, that can open you up, or it opens up Lufty. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to bring that the point coverage guy with you. Well, what happened is the point coverage guy went with Poley a little bit, but it allowed Upes to kick the puck to Lufty, and that's when Lufty one-timed it, and then Poley just continued on because he saw open ice right there. So it is a play that we work on. It's a play we talk about. But again, when I talked to you guys last night, I had no clue until I watched video.
How hard is it for guys to by the time they get to the Division I level, I would hope that this is second nature, but how long does it take a hockey player to get comfortable moving without the puck?
A lot. A lot of it, they have to learn when they get to this level. It's not like they do have it down when they come to this level. That's why you come to this level. Then there's another layer of learning. Then when you go to pro hockey, there's another layer of learning. So, there's a lot that goes into this stuff, and that's why, as a freshman, you got to be really talented to be a good freshman because there's just a lot that goes on.
If Eric Polkamp hesitates at all, does that play work?
No, not at all. And it's just. It's all fluid too. When they come up the wall, it's like a scissors. He's coming up, you go down, and then let's see what happens from there. And it's just all it is just motion. It's just movement. It's no different than basketball when you get five guys moving.
More with Coach Serratori when we come back. Corner Bar pregame show continues here on the Beaver Radio Network.
Oh, hello, Italian nightclub from Jimmy John's. Chow freshly baked bread piled high with Italian-style meats and provolone. Hey to you too, hand-sliced veggies. Oil and vinegar, oregano and basil, nice to see ya. Am I obsessed with this sandwich? Yes. Should I see someone about that? Probably. Jimmy John's, order online or on the app.
For the Beaver Radio Network, I'm Brian Schultz. Beaver men's hockey team an overtime winner on Friday night, scoring the winner. That was freshman defenseman Eric Polkamp. Nothing's easy when you get to the playoff time. You had to know that was going to be the case. What do you like the most out about the just stick-to-itiveness that you guys showed tonight?
Yeah, they took it to us right away. I mean, I think they get two right away, and no, we were on our heels for sure in that first period, and then we kind of had to regroup in the locker room for that second period, and we obviously had a decent second period, but still we were down a couple goals, and we never really felt like we got our footing. I mean, there's a couple shifts we did, but then no, we found a way to get the job done tonight. So.
You guys didn't play bad in the second period. You make a couple of mistakes, so they make you pay for both of them. You got to strive to be perfect in the playoffs. You know it's never going to happen, but you got to strive for it, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, you try to minimize every mistake you had in regular season. You just got to play the game very simple and try to get pucks in deep, like they always say, and get hard on the forecheck, keep it low, and kind of create some chaos down there and try to find the net. But playoffs is a whole different game, and some players kind of hide in playoffs, and then some players kind of come out. So you got to identify what your team has.
Game tire. You guys are on a power play. End up pulling Matthias, now 6-on-4. Structurally, I mean, they were clogging up every passing and shooting lane that you had. Structurally, what do you have to do to get the puck east-west like you finally did, which led to the goal?
Well, we go back to the second period. I mean, actually the first period, I got a shot blocked in the power play, and the second period, I tried to hit the seam pass to Leighton, and it got picked off, and they went the other way. So, like, they did a really good job closing middle, and then finally I could get one through in that third period and to Lufty over for the one-timer, and then obviously Marty was right in the slot there for the goal. But, no, they did a good job kind of clogging it up in the middle, and we got a lot of shot blocks tonight, so we can't do that tomorrow.
So the game-tying goal, you are a defenseman, you know.
Yeah.
You're down below the goal line. Game-winning goal, you come off the bench right down the slot. I don't know if I've ever seen a defenseman pass to another defenseman in the slot for a game winner before. You saw the Red Sea part, didn't you? I mean, you just went where they weren't, right?
Yeah, I think you just kind of got to feel it as a hockey player sometimes, right? You got to go with your instincts. So I saw that player come to the bench, and I was like, okay, he's not going to be up here blocking me or whatever. So Juice came up the wall, and I tried to dive right to the middle, kind of like get them out of position a little bit. So, and I did, and I was just all alone there. Like you said, it just departed, and Lufty just shot it right at my stick, and was lucky enough to get a tip on it.
How important is the fact that in the playoffs, you don't know if you're going to play 37 seconds of overtime or if you're going to play 3 or 4 or 5 of them, that on Friday night you didn't have to expend too much extra?
Right, like guys are getting honey or whatever they are, eating snacks in the locker room. You don't know how long you're going to be out here. And I think I read something. It's like 70% of overtime games usually end in the first minute or the last minute. And obviously it was the first minute for us today, and it was nice to get it over with quick.
Best of luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Welcome back to our pregame show, part 2 with head coach Tom Serratore. Tom, you've coached enough playoff series. Game 2 is a lot different in mentality than game 1. Game 1, you know, everybody's 0-0. If you're on the winning side Friday night, if you're on the losing side Friday night, how much more of a psychologist does a coach need to be for game 2?
Well, it's 2 different scenarios, and you got to, there's no question. And you know, you're worried both ways. You got a lot more desperation when you lose, but you're also concerned, you know, when you win, that you don't want to lose that edge.
As the night progressed last night, I think everyone here would agree that, you know, you played better. They took it to you early, but as you know, the second period rolled on, I looked up at the shot clock, and I'm like, holy smokes, they're out shooting them here 2-1 all of a sudden. But you make a couple of mistakes, and boom, they score a couple of goals. Is video the best thing for that? And just saying, hey, Try to be perfect. We know you won't be, but try to be.
Well, we talked about it. We didn't even show the goals today. We did not show the goals today. It's it's game 35, but we did talk about certain aspects about making sure again that there's a commitment to blocking shots. You got to manage the puck. You can't be assuming. You can't take a chance. Again, your risk management still needs to be smart and intelligent.
Back to the game tying goal. I want to talk a little bit about the extra attacker and when you decided to pull Matthias. Straight feel there as to how long into that power play?
Yeah, we were contemplating. We were thinking about 1 minute in to pull him and go 6-on-4, and this never really transpired. I can't remember what it was. Maybe 30 seconds left, maybe 40 seconds left. I can't remember, but so we went 30 or 40 with a 6-on-4, and then they came out and we made that play.
When their guy comes back on from the penalty box, what changes? In structure with where you are trying to be. When it goes back to a 6-on-5 situation.
Not much difference. I mean, we kind of run a little variation of our power play, on their 6-on-5 as well.
Best of luck tonight, Tom.
Thanks, Schultze.
Tom Saratori, head coach of the Beavers. Starting lineups next here on the Beaver Radio Network.
You've heard the news. The demand for healthcare professionals has never been stronger. But did you know that healthcare means more than nursing, and the pay has never been better? In 2 years or less, an affordable, accessible education from Northwest Technical College can give you the training you need for a well-paying, in-demand job in nursing, dental assisting, healthcare administration, community health work, gerontology, and more. Start the path toward your dream job in healthcare. Northwest Technical College. Learn today, earn tomorrow.
Purple. It's not just a color. It represents our state, our home, and our team. At Affinity Plus, we have the experience to help you achieve your financial goals while helping our neighbors in need. It's our purple pride, because banking is what we do, and people is who we are. Affinity Plus, your purple banking people. Named #1 credit union in Minnesota by Forbes magazine.
First, our guests from Ferris State. In goal, #1, Logan Stein. At defense, #20, Andy Noel. Playing defense, #28, Trevor Tallene. At left wing, #23, Antonio Venuto. At right wing, #21, Jason Bronshaw. And at center, #19, Stepan Pokorny. The Bulldogs are coached by head coach Bob Daniels. He is assisted by associate head coach Drew Famlek and assistants Mike Kaufman and Dave Kenser.
Leighton Road to the circle, the Polkamp, cross ice, flip, low, a drive, rebound to Eric Martin is second, and we are tied. Wolf got it to the net. That was the most important thing.
Took them forever to find an opening, but they did, and it goes right to Eric Martin, and within, 0.5 seconds, it's in the back of the net.
Down low, Austin Jopi lugs the puck around as the Beavers get a line change. Kyle Lowe, bouncing puck, tapped in by Polkamp, and the Beavers win it. Polkamp taps it in. He was 2 feet in front of the crease. Beavers win it. It took them 37 seconds.
Boy, overtime either seems to take forever or it's over in a hurry.
And now Kraus Anderson presents the starting lineup for your Bemidji State University Beavers. Beavers. In goal, we have a junior from Hermosa Beach, California. He's number 30, Matthias Scholl. Playing defense, a fifth-year senior out of Mankato, Minnesota. Number 7, your captain, Kyle Lowe. At defense, a junior from Chaska, Minnesota. Number 5, Will Magnusson. At left wing, a freshman from Fredrikstad, Norway. Number 28, Kasper Magnusson. At right wing, a senior out of Duluth, Minnesota. Number 22, Austin Jopi. And your center, a senior from Savage, Minnesota, number 19, your alternate captain, Jackson Jutting. And in his 23rd season, the head coach of your Beavers is Tom Saratori. He is assisted by associate head coach Travis Winter and assistant coaches Andrew McGarrah, Brock Kautz, and Joe Wegworthy.
Time for tonight's national anthem. It's brought to you by Wes's Plumbing and Heating. Serving Bemidji since 1964. Call 751-9710 for Wes's Plumbing and Heating.
Performed by the Bemidji State Pep Band under the direction of Ryan Weber.
Chat with head coach Tom Saratori tonight, brought to you by St. Michael Furniture. Feel at home with us. Their starting lineups from Slim's Bar and Grill, voted Bemidji's best burger. With the win last night, the Beavers have tied the all-time series now with Ferris State. Here in Bemidji, 10-10-3. Overall, the Beavers have a 2-game edge, 22-20-6. Beavers riding a 3-game winning streak. It is tied for the longest in the series history.
Wow.
Longest winning streak, 3. Longest losing streak, 3.
Huh. After all those meets, huh?
Yes.
They started when?
1999 is when these two teams first started playing.
Thought it was just at the very beginning of the D1 era.
Time for tonight's opening face-off, brought to you by Gaslin Garage Door. If you can't get the garage door up, call Gaslin Garage Door, 556-1517. Referees for tonight, same as last night. Brady Johnson and Bobby Lucasen are the referees. The linesmen, Tyler Landman and Nathan Vole. Wasn't going to wait until the first goal for this story, but got home last night about 11 o'clock. My dishwasher's on the fritz, so I'm washing some dishes before I get back to work. And my phone buzzes, and I look, it's one of the refs. He goes, yeah, I'm rewatching the game. They're working at 11:30 at night last night, rewatching game film.
Sure.
And he goes, yeah, you said that we review all goals in the playoffs. We don't do that. I said, well, when the heck did that change? He said 2 years ago after the CCHA championship mess, for lack of a better term, in Mankato. Like, oh, good to know. Thanks for the info.
Yeah, well, they changed up the championship game to a Friday. Ooh.
Beavers from the bottom below the goal line went off the pads of Stein right out into the left side circle. Tossed to center by the Bulldogs. Will Magnuson dumps it right back in. Ferris up the far side wall. Here 25 seconds in. Beavers on the attack. Casper Magnuson takes a shot up high. Did get the puck down below the goal. Beavers will go off on a line change here. Just 40 seconds into the game. Ferris in all red, trimmed in red and Ferris State gold. Drop the puck off to Jacob Dirks at the right point. Now Hale, his shot whistles through to the end wall, funnels its way over to the left side corner. Picked up there by Eric Martin. Martin had 2 goals last night for Bemidji State. Winning the game tire. The Beavers flip the puck up the near side wall, and that is an icing call on Bemidji State. 1 minute, 2 seconds in, no score.
Logan Stein gets the start tonight for the Bulldogs. He's a senior out of Sewanee, Georgia. He's played in 21 games this season and has a 5-12-1 record and a 2.85 goals against.
Those two numbers don't really equate to each other.
No, well, it's just you're not getting the scoring support. If you can get it under 3, you should, win at least a half of your games. You'd think if you could just get a.
Well, Bulldogs got it to 4 last night. That wasn't enough.
Well, and Giesbrecht played really well.
The play last night where he went down awkwardly.
Yes.
I understand he took that puck like in the ribs.
Okay.
Backhanded shot by the Bulldogs. That was Emerson Good off the pads of Matthias. Understand he went and got x-rays today. They were negative, but Logan Stein gets the start today for Ferris State anyway.
Well, that was a weird play.
Never seen a goalie fall like that.
Yeah, it just was in slow motion. He was hugging the post, and then all of a sudden he just kind of fell to the ground, wasn't moving. That would explain that. I mean, take a puck to where there's not protection.
Ferris State, was that deflected? It was. That was a really errant pass if that was not deflected. 25 feet up into the air. Centering pass by Ferris State, picked off by Carter Jones. Jones ahead to Erie Vicenen. Vicenen tries to cut left, lost control of the puck. Trevor Talween goes after it. It's picked up now by Flamang. Right corner up to the right point to Sadasari. Back to the half wall. Sadasari got dumped after he released the pass.
Yeah, that was interesting. You don't see that very often.
Puck was nowhere near him anymore,
Right.
but 17:36 left here in this first period. No score. Reminder, email the booth, beaverradionetwork.com. Click on the men's hockey game day. Join John Hoffman, President Hoffman, and his wife in Seattle, Washington.
Wow.
John was here in the press box last night.
Yeah, I thought I saw him up here.
Said hosting a group of excited BSU alumni watching the game from the Elks Lodge 92.
Sweet.
Like it. Ferris State launches it up the far side wall. That's going to be an icing infraction on them.
Beaver Nation is everywhere, right?
And it says, thanks to Dennis Thoreau for helping organize the event. Go Beavs.
Beaver alum out on the West Coast. You too can email the booth. Whether you're a Bulldog fan, hey, anybody, neutral, just love college hockey, let us know where you're listening or watching tonight. BeaverRadioNetwork.com, men's hockey section. Email the booths at the top of the page.
Well, Magnuson shot from the left point off of a face-off win. Steered away. Ferris State back the other way. Branshaw, left side circle, lost control of the puck. Picked up by Magnuson. He thought twice about passing it right in front of the crease. He passed it anyway to Casper Magnuson. Kyle Loaf drops it off for Jackson Juding. Right back for Loaf from a shallow angle, and it whistles all the way over to the far side wall. Ferris State breaks out 3-on-2. Quickly turns into 3-on-4. As Ferris State comes into the offensive zone, lost it in the right corner. Over to the left corner it goes. Luigi Benacasa. So he is back on the second line. Will Magnuson Mitch Wolf, just threw a Bulldog aside like he was a ragdoll. Bulldog still with it, right side corner. Benacasa tries to drive through Kyle Loft and Mitch Wolf. Wolf gets it to the line, not out. Jack Messick will hold. The Beavers, though, pick it off. And it's bounced around off of traffic. Center circle, backhanded in by Casper Magnuson. Beavers will change. 16:20 left here in this first period. Pass up the near wall. I think that hit the linesman's skates. Beavers need to tag up. Beavers out shooting Ferris State here 4-1. Pass into the neutral zone, picked up by Ferris State. Backhanded in there by Schleppe. Logan Acheson for the Beavers, spins it up the near side wall. Flamang chops at it. Didn't get very far up the near wall. Karam's back into the corner. Flamang gets it now. Push it off of the wall, picked up by Jake McLean, into the middle now for Dante Lawson. Lawson into the offensive zone, tries to throw it out in front, is looking for Reese Chiddington. That fourth line is back together tonight as Kirkland Irie is back in good health. The forward lines went back to what they've been for the last month. And boy, all four of those lines have been great for the last month.
Well, look what the fourth line did. I mean, they come in, and puck's in their own zone. They get it all the way down the other way pretty quickly.
Puck loose, out in front. Matthias Scholl, what a save. Got a piece of it initially and then poked the rebound away. Back the other way, Irie. Top of the left circle, shot low glove side, and it's hung onto by Logan Stein. Great save one way from Matthias Scholl and a quick rush back the other way.
Yeah, you see that a lot in hockey. Ferris, a little dump pass, perfectly placed. Point blank shot plus a rebound. Looked like Picorni got through, and it was a nice little bounce pass through the slot that got to him. He couldn't really do much other than shoot it right when he got it. Matthias makes that save, a rebound save, then the Beavers clear it, and because the Bulldogs are so deep down in Beaver territory, they got a little 3-on-2, and Kirkland Irie got a good shot off. Back in the lineup tonight after missing last night.
It's awfully early to name that our First National Bank save of the game, but certainly a candidate for it. First National Bank, talk to them about saving for your future. Ferris State out towards center ice, into the offensive zone. Drop pass, picked off by Bemidji State. Carrying it to center is Leighton Road. Crosses the red line, drives it in, right corner to left. Irie is after it. Picked up by Ferris State. Nick Hale behind the net. Try a pass out to the neutral zone. It was deflected. Leighton Road dumped. 40 feet behind the play. I didn't see what happened. I just saw him sliding on his backside out of the offensive zone. Beavers from center. Irie dumps it into the right corner. Yuri Väisänen backhands it behind the net. Nobody there but Ferris State Bulldogs. They toss to center. Carter Jones picks it up, fires it right back towards the goal. Logan Stein steers it away. Ferris to the line, not out. Across the blue line to Flamang. Flamang fans on it. Trickles over to the left side half wall. Flamang dumps a Bulldog. Beavers keep it alive. Väisänen up top. Wolf drive. Save made by Stein. Rebound shot Flamang. That one hits traffic. Picked up now by Carter Jones. He'll circle back up top. Fires one that bounces off of traffic. Kicks to the right corner. And Ferris State will flip it on a backhand all the way up the ice. Just before it crosses the goal line, Polkamp gets to it. Polkamp fires one ahead. Carter Jones. Jones back for Polkamp. Polkamp to the center circle. Spins back now into the defensive zone as Beavers finish up a line change. 13:28 left, first period. Bad pass off the end wall by Polkamp. Goes right out in front. Matthias Scholl jumps down on top of it with 13:25 left here in this first period. It is scoreless.
7-2 shots on goal in favor of the Beavers and a couple of good opportunities down low. The last shift down the ice, rebound came right to Adam Flamang, but like Ferris does so well, they were just all packed in. So I don't think that made it by the first line of defense, let alone the two guys behind the Bulldog who blocked the shot. But good opportunity, and both teams have had their chances already here in the first.
Our bodies flying all over the ice tonight, Biss.
A little more physical, a little more wide open.
Messick from the point. Shot steered away off of the glove or left pad of Matthias Scholl. Beavers up the far wall. Dante Lawson chops at it, hits traffic. Now picked up by Jake McLean. McLean will hit Lawson into the neutral zone. Lawson into the offensive zone. Skips it over to the left circle for Chiddington. Shallow angle shot sticked away there by Stein. Beavers keep it alive on the right side half wall. It's Kyle Loaf. Loaf knocked down from his knees. Gets it into the slot. Picked up by McLean. Trickles wide of the left side post. Backhanded over into the left corner. McLean is there. McLean leaves it in the corner for Chiddington. Up the wall. It's tapped off of Reese Chiddington's stick. Out to the neutral zone. Both Bulldogs went into the zone. Neither one of them had the puck. They both were offside. That allows BSU to pick up the puck. Toss to the neutral zone to Casper Magnuson. Casper stick handles into the offensive zone. Has the puck knocked away from him. Back to the neutral zone, Mitch Wolf. Wolf stick handles, lost it. Bulldogs toss it back to the Beaver blue line where it's picked up by Polkamp. 12:03 left first period, no score. Jackson Jutting crosses the red line. Floats one up over the top of the Ferris State defense into the corner. Works its way to the left corner, up to the left point. Mitch Wolf tosses towards the slot. It's knocked free by Ferris. Into the offensive zone. A drive by Benincasa. Hits Matthias in the face. Another shot. Pad save is made by Matthias Scholl, and he kicks it over into the far corner. Matthias Scholl has been tested and come up with straight A's so far tonight. Casper Magnuson into the offensive zone to the slot. Was looking there for Polkamp. Knocked around by traffic. Another centering pass by the Beavers. That one's cleared off the glass by Ferris. That's going to be an icing call on the Bulldogs with the 11:18 left here in the first period.
Flurry of action, and this time not on the Beaver end of the ice, where Matthias Scholl looked like came up with 3 different saves on that rush. First shot came off his shoulder. Another one, I think it was a swing and a miss. And then the third one he stopped. Fourth one he stops. The player came down the slot, tried to catch it, put it down, and hit it at the same time. He missed, but the puck ended up going back to a Bulldog who got another shot. And then another Bulldog in front got a third opportunity. Good job by Matthias, just standing his ground.
Irie and Tallene go down on a pile in the corner. Shot from the point by Corcoran. That one's knocked down by traffic. Ferris will clear it. Leighton Road slingshots his way behind the net. Now races up the far side wall. Carries it into the offensive zone. Into the shot. Flanked it off of the right side post. Boy, that thing may have gone in. I don't know. Ferris tosses it back to the neutral zone. Irie, contested pass back into the middle of the rink. Was knocked down by Ferris State. Kyle Loft carries it through the center circle. Loft into the offensive zone, gets stood up on zone entry, picked up there by Nico DeVita. DeVita up the near side wall. Ferris glides back into the offensive zone. DeVita stops, throws it in between the circles, goes off the skates there of Väisänen. Beavers will ice the puck.
Well, they may, we'll be able to see it again. It was Leighton Road, right in the middle of the ice. Has a lot of time and space and able to get off a great shot.
Well, he lost the puck initially. I think that threw off the timing of Stein.
And he came across the, well, here he comes. He gets around Irie and he shoots, and yeah, that looked like it hit the post. It kind of came off slower than sometimes when it hits the post, but that is definitely off the post. Almost.
Ferris State with a shot from the bottom of the right circle. That was Branshaw. Goes back behind the net. Kyle Loft is there along with Will Magnuson. Magnuson in the corner, lost control of the puck, steals it back, tosses to the line. It does cross the line and goes to center. Ferris State right back in. Mitch Wolf, right corner defensive end, which is to our right. 9:43 left, first period, scoreless. Shots are 9-8. Puck just tied up into the right corner. Literally 6 players over there. Back behind the net, Venuto has it. Over the far side, left corner, Ferris sends it back around to the right corner. Ferris will walk out in front with it. Puck turned over, that was Picorni. Carter Jones skates right into Kyle Loft's skates. Well, wrapped in by Bemidji State. The Beavers will go off on a line change with 9 to play here in this first period. Ferris State through the neutral zone. Swatted away momentarily by Flamang all the way up the ice. Stein pushes it right back ahead. Tallene rockets it up the near wall. It was touched, they say, by Picorni. Into the left corner it goes. That time there were only 5 players over there in the corner. Lugged out now by Jake McLean. McLean tosses it around Tallene. McLean goes to the end wall with it. Dante Lawson tosses it over to the far side wall. Clearing attempt by Ferris, picked off by McLean, pinned up along the wall, and now flipped to center. 8:20 to go here, first period. Whistled in from Polkamp, wide of the net. Up to the right point, held there momentarily by the Beavers, now carried to center by Zach Fairmouth. Into the Beavers' defensive zone. It's picked up by Corcoran, who backhands it ahead. Dante Lawson gets it 10 feet or so into the offensive zone. It's rocketed out. Icing call here on Ferris with 7:58 to go in the first. Still scoreless.
9-8 shots on goal now in favor of Bemidji State. It has been up and down Both teams have had their fair share of opportunities and high-quality scoring chances, but Stein and Scholl have been up to the task so far.
Bob in Ohio emails the Paul Bunning Net mailbag. Go Beavs, beat the Bulldogs. Right off of the draw was Austin Jopi. Was laying out, pushed it wide. Ferris ices it once again. Kevin, a BSU alum watching the game in Portland, Maine with his wife Sherry Lynn, says hope the Beavs get put in an NCAA regional in Providence. Kevin, I'm sorry to burst your bubble. I hope they get in a regional in Fargo.
That'd be good for us. Well, let's get to the regional. They got some work to do yet.
Got to win tonight, got to win next Saturday, got to win the next Friday.
Well, they don't have to win tonight, but
yeah,
it sure
they do.
would be
I don't
nice.
want to work tomorrow. Bulldogs knock it out of midair with a high stick. Next touch by Casper Magnuson, so we play on. 7:30 to go here in the first. No score. Shots 9-8 yet in favor of Bemidji State. Bulldogs. Schleppy from the wall right in front of the penalty boxes. Flips it the rest of the way up the ice. Corcoran and Satasari at defense. Flip it ahead for Casper Magnuson, who carries it out to the neutral zone. Lost it off the stick of Drew Cooper. Ferris State right back on the attack. Satasari near side wall, flips it to the line, can't get it past Hale, dumped right back down into the right corner. Back up to the half wall, a drive by Austin McCarthy. Caught by Matthias Scholl, a stoppage in play, 6:58 left here, first period. No score. Here from the Sanford Center on the Beaver Radio Network.
Oh, hello, Italian nightclub from Jimmy John's. Chow, freshly baked bread piled high with Italian-style meats and provolone. Hey to you too, hand-sliced veggies. Oil and vinegar, oregano and basil, nice to see ya. Am I obsessed with this sandwich? Yes. Should I see someone about that? Probably. Jimmy John's, order online or on the app.
What's the best environment to study the environment? At Bemidji State University, it's not in the classroom or in a lab, but in the actual environment, in the fields and in the forests, and on more than 400 lakes within 25 miles of our campus. What can the North Woods teach you? Find out at Bemidji State University.
Beaver Hockey here on the Beaver Radio Network. Darren listening in on his cell phone in Rockford, Minnesota. Thank you very much for the compliment. It goes Biss and Schultz, you guys call it a great game. Been listening for years. Darren,
awesome.
We appreciate that. Tim listening to the game on the radio here at the Sanford Center.
I like it. There's a few in technology these days. You can put those little one earbud in your ear and listen to the game while you're experiencing the game.
Well, if you're listening off of a radio, that would work. If you're listening off of a stream, that would be
You're way
very much delayed.
Yeah. Yeah.
6:58 left in the first. You too can email the booth, beaverradionetwork.com, powered by Paul Bunning Communications and the Giga Zone. Bulldogs. Oh, shallow angle shot, flipped to the glove of Matthias Scholl. And he stands up with a puck just to get the sticks from slapping away at his glove hand.
Yeah, took a little exception to that, but bouncing puck, as a forward, you keep going, and I certainly have been known to swing through and hit the goalie by accident, and that's exactly what Courtney did. He was swiping at the rebound, he missed.
Okay, let's rewind here. Hit the goalie by accident?
Yes, when you miss the, you're
I would
slapping
say
at the puck.
From how you have discussed your playing days,
that
that was an added benefit if you happen to miss the puck. Bulldogs break out into the neutral zone, into the offensive zone. Picorni, I think he fanned on it and ended up going right to somebody on the back door. It was Jason Branshaw, and Branshaw got dumped. Beavers back on the attack. Jackson Jutting fans on it. This puck maybe has just been bouncing around so much.
It has been bouncing today.
Seen an awful lot of fanned passes and shots. Eric Martin dumps the puck into the right corner, works its way over to the left. Martin.
Yeah, that's a penalty. You can't do that. Eric Martin's going to get a holding penalty.
He is. He was holding Travis Schaude.
Anytime you put your arms around a guy like that, you're asking for it.
Bulldog extra skater on here with the delayed penalty coming up. Ferris State's Hale into the offensive zone. Thought Mitch Wolf hit that. They deem that he did not. Polkamp does. Penalty box door opens. Eric Martin will step in the Green Mill penalty box. Green Mill, pizza, pasta, beer, and wings.
And it's an offensive zone penalty. That hurts. I mean, no need to do that. I know you're trying to slow him down, be aggressive on the forecheck, but again, once you wrap your arms around a guy, as you'll see if you're watching on Flo, he grabs him and then they fall down. I mean, you're going to get a penalty every time you do that. It's like tackling in a way, even though you're pinning him up against the boards. And so an offensive zone penalty will give the Bulldogs the first power play of the night, and they were perfect last night, 1 for 1. They only had one chance, but they took advantage of it in the first period. That was their second goal.
Linesman will blow it dead. We'll do this over. 13.9% power play for Ferris State. Beaver penalty kill 74.5%. Ferris State and Bemidji State have, for most of the second half of the year, been jockeying for
worst power play?
Penalty kill.
No, worst penalty kill.
I didn't know how to say that nicely.
Well, there is no way to nicely say it. It's just the reality. You don't make up the stats.
Layton Road tried to carry it in shorthanded. Ferris State zone entry once again. Pass picked off by Eric Polkamp. They'll backhand it all the way up the ice. Road rocks the Bulldog down to the ice. Referee was standing there on the back wall, saw it play in its entirety. Bulldogs into the offensive zone. Puck knocked off the stick. Messick has it. Right side point, fires it into the left side corner. 4:55 left here, first period, no score. Bulldogs on a power play at 4:10. Shot was blocked. It was stuck into the gear of Layton Road. Actually, that's Austin Jopi.
Yeah, for a good 2-3 seconds, everybody's kind of looking around, and it just drops at his feet from his jersey. He'll get credit for a block shot there.
Schaude over to the left side wall, wrapped in there by Ferris State. Several of the Bulldogs have the back of their jersey tucked into their pants tonight.
That's the wrath of Schultz.
Well, you wear a number on your back so I can see what it is. Branshaw fires one into the left side corner. Power play at for 25 seconds. Otter Tail Power Company on for you. Shot there from the left circle. Bounces off of traffic. Unable to hold blue line right was Jason Branshaw. All the way up the ice it'll go. Stein pushes it over into the far corner. Kirkland Irie, who has embraced the role as a penalty killer this year, out there causing fits. Door opens. Martin out of the box. The Beavers have killed off the penalty. Martin just out of his reach coming out of the penalty box. Couldn't get to the puck. Carried to center now by Jake McLean. Icing on Jake McLean. Couldn't tell if he was trying to pass that to Martin or if he just didn't realize he was not yet to the red line. 3:28 left in the first. Still scoreless. Bulldogs now out shooting the Beavers 10-9.
Got a couple of shots up towards the net there on the power play, but a pretty good penalty kill by Bemidji State to not let the Bulldogs get set up in the zone for too long.
Beavers win the defensive zone faceoff. Corcoran spins it around to Jake McLean. McLean fires it ahead. This time they'll wave off icing as Eric Martin races after it. McLean in the corner. Rubbed off of the puck by Tallene. Ferris State now rockets one up the middle of the rink. Nobody there. Icing call on Ferris.
3:10 now left to go here in the first. Don't forget you could chime in on the broadcast. We've literally heard from coast to coast now. Maine, Seattle, Rockford, Minnesota, Ohio.
Ethan in Vermont agrees. Let's finish tonight. Nobody wants to play Sunday hockey. Well, Ferris does. None of us do. Polkamp shot from the top of the left circle. Bounced off of somebody's skate in front. Ferris will toss it to center. Schleppy's got it. And that's icing on Ferris State. John and Georgia, no shortage of energy in this game. Let's get her done. Go Beavs.
Yeah, it's been entertaining. Surprisingly, no score. I mean, both goalies have had to come up with a couple of big saves. Matthias, I think, has gotten 4 or 5 high-quality saves from shots right in front.
I could do without the 85 icing calls that we've had.
Yeah, well, last night, remember, we had, one face-off in the first 7 minutes of the game? It has been a lot more stoppage in play here in the first tonight.
Ferris State to the neutral zone. Pass picked off. Leighton Road chops at it. Hits the skate there of Andrew Noel. 2:42 left, first period. Bulldogs were not to the red line there either, and that is another icing call. Emerson Good stepping into the penalty box, trying to hide.
Not the penalty box, the bench.
Or the player bench.
Yeah, you know, they obviously
he got away with it.
A lot of rules have changed in hockey, but that's one of them. You can kind of slyly get to the bench sometimes. No,
nope, he's not getting away with it. Jacob Dirks went over, and he tried to sneak on, and the ref was like, no, 27. You get back out here.
Yeah, I remember they used to station people there for a while.
That drove me nuts when they changed that rule. It's the mad dash to the benches to stop everyone.
Yeah. Well, they used to, too. Remember when they tied it up?
Puck chopped at by Carter Jones. Side of the net covered up there by Logan Stein.
When the puck would be in the corner and you put your skates up against the corner, you try to get a face-off. Well, there's one way to solve that. Don't blow the whistle. So they finally stopped doing that, and that they won't stop play in that instance very often unless a player is like laying on the puck or gets knocked on the puck. So, I mean, and then constant change, right? We heard about they don't review every goal anymore in the playoffs. They changed the championship game this year from a Saturday to a Friday. So, had a couple of Thursday games this year.
Those I don't think worked well anywhere. So I don't know if those are going to make a return. Quick whistle. Stein didn't cover it. It shot loose to the near side.
Well, it looked like he might have covered it, and a Beaver knocked it loose quickly thereafter. But either way, whistle immediately stops play. Face off to the left of Stein. 2:20. I think we've had like 10 face-offs in the last 30 seconds. It feels like that.
Right circle face-off. Clean win there for Erie Weissen into the near wall. Polkamp chops it down the wall. Hale off the glass and out to center. He's knocked down with a high stick by Ferris. Polkamp rockets it in from the neutral zone. Picked up now by Luigi Benincasa. Ahead for Caleb Ergang. Deflected, and we'll get a whistle as the puck went into the Beaver bench. 2:02 left, first period, no score.
Well, this is actually the 20th stoppage in play of the period. The 20th face-off. It's 11-8 right now. The Bulldogs have a face-off advantage.
That's too many.
Yes. 10 of them have come in the last 2 minutes, it seems. Lots of stoppages.
I think Jackson Jetting last night took 33 face-offs.
That's too many, too.
20 wins, 13 losses.
Yeah, that's a lot of face-offs for one player.
Well, there was a night in Houghton where Owen Sillinger took 46 of them himself.
Wow. Obviously, your top face-off players are going to be out there more.
Ferris State fires it ahead. It came in on goal. Matthias wanted to cover it. Instead, shoves it to the near wall. Ferris fires it right back at him. That time he'll catch it and hang on with 1:22 left.
Well, Matthias, I think there's a little miscommunication there with his defenseman about what to do with that. And so he finally just shovels it to the sideboards and then gets promptly gets shot right back at him. He makes the glove save and stops play.
1:15 to go. Ferris wins the offensive zone faceoff. Blue line right for Messick. Dumps it into the right side corner. Stick battles there. Kyle Loaf tries to walk it up the wall. 1 minute to go here in this first period. Ferris State to the line. Messick a shot blocked. I believe that was blocked by Will Magnuson's shin pad. Kyle Loaf gets it, circles back, and now rockets one off of the glass. Chopped at by Jackson Judding. It trickles just wide of the post, but icing had been waved off. Aggressive forecheck by Casper Magnuson. Feeds it down low for Jopi. Jopi tries to feed it for Judding. That one hit a skate. And a great forecheck there by Bemidji State's Casper Magnuson. Back up to the point. Wolf backhands it down, hits traffic, goes into the left side corner. Jopi pulls the puck free, flips it towards the goal. It's cleared but not out. Wolf rockets it back around right corner to left. 14 seconds to go here in the period. Beavers center a pass. There was nobody home. Ferris State looks like they're skating with blocks on their feet. End of the period. For that matter, the Beavers do too. Horn will sound. We're through one.
Well, both teams had their chances. The last few minutes kind of got mucked up. Not a lot going on in the offensive zones. It was seemed like it was 10-9 shots on goal with about 7 minutes to go in the period. It's just 11-9 here as puck was bouncing a little bit more stoppages in play. But there's some high-quality scoring opportunities there in the first. Could well be a couple of goals apiece, but I'd say Matthias has had to come up more with big, high-quality saves than Stein. Of course, the road shot hit the post. That was probably the closest Bemidji State came to scoring.
And any shot that does hit the post does not count as a shot on goal.
Right.
So we've reached the Pepsi and I bottling first intermission. Pepsi, that's what I like. As Yuri Väisänen is set to join us here outside of the Beaver locker room. Yuri, what's the difference in intensity from game one of a playoff series to game two when you got a little bit of insurance, but they're certainly a lot more desperate than they were last night?
Yeah, I mean, I thought they came out really desperate last night, and we weren't there to answer. Tonight's been a lot more even. They're definitely coming out hard, and I thought our period was a lot better tonight than it was last night, but still probably not good enough.
Did you make any adjustments from last night's game as far as today, talking about what you were going to do tonight?
Yeah, just to start. We can't give up 2 goals right away. I mean, that's going to be key tonight. Just keep pressure on them all night.
They make it so difficult to move the puck around the offensive end. As a center, how do you try to find, a little bit of what Eric Polkamp found on the overtime winner? How do you find open ice?
Well, you just got to keep moving all the time. Keep your feet moving. I think that's key. And you got to have good line mates around you that are willing to move the puck.
You surprised at all to see a freshman defenseman make that play last night?
Not him, honestly. I see him make pretty nice plays every day, so I'm not that surprised.
Best of luck here in the second.
Thank you.
Yuri Väisänen joining us outside of the Beaver locker room. It's our Pepsi and I bottling first intermission. Beavers and the Ferris State Bulldogs are scoreless here through one. Stats from Hot Spring Hot Tubs of Northern Minnesota on the way for you, plus Bucky's Legends. Beavers nothing, Bulldogs nothing after 20 minutes right here on the Beaver Radio Network.
Purple. It's not just a color. It represents our state, our home, and our team. At Affinity Plus, we have the experience to help you achieve your financial goals while helping our neighbors in need. It's our purple pride. Because banking is what we do, and people is who we are. Affinity Plus, your purple banking people. Named #1 credit union in Minnesota by Forbes magazine.
Somebody once said life moves pretty fast, and that's exactly how we like it. Want to build something? Great. Start businesses, build bridges, raise a whole city. Future in fighting crime? Want to save lives? Do it all here. But you've got to go forward fast. Because today is now, and tomorrow is soon. And to get ahead of the game, you got to get ahead of your time. This is your future, so take it, and move all of us forward.
Pepsi bottling first intermission. Scoreless after one. Bissett with our stats from Hot Spring Hot Tubs of northern Minnesota.
Well, pretty even stats so far here after 20 minutes. It's 11-9 shots on goal in favor of the Bulldogs. Only one penalty in the period. It went against Bemidji State. The Bulldogs were not able to score. They didn't even get a shot officially on the 2-minute power play. Face-offs pretty equal, 11-10 in favor of the Beavers, and block shots, that's pretty equal too. 6 for the Bulldogs, 4 for the Beavers.
No score here after 20. Beavers 5-4 overtime winners last night. Beavers lead the best 2 out of 3 series, 1-0. Bucky's Legends on the way for you next. It's our Pepsi bottling first intermission here on the Beaver Radio Network.
You've heard the news. The demand for healthcare professionals has never been stronger. But did you know that healthcare means more than nursing and the pay has never been better? In 2 years or less, an affordable, accessible education from Northwest Technical College can give you the training you need for a well-paying, in-demand job in nursing, dental assisting, healthcare administration, community health work, gerontology, and more. Start the path toward your dream job in healthcare. Northwest Technical College. Learn today, earn tomorrow.
Hockey is advanced. Join the family. For more information, go to BemidjiYouthHockey.org.
The time has come. Ring the bell. The weekend is finally here. Oh, yeah! We want as much hockey as possible. We've been waiting for this one. Oh, my goodness! These guys can't wait to drop the puck.
When you wait this long for the weekend,
That's a goal scorer's goal.
defenders draped all over it. It better be good.
Can't wait to get things started.
Hockey weekend on NHL Network. Always worth the wait.
It's time for Bucky's Legends on the Beaver Radio Network, presented by BSUBeavers.com and Bemidji's First City Liquor Store. Last summer, Zach Whitecloud became Bemidji State's second Stanley Cup winner, joining Joe Otto. Beaver Associate Head Coach Travis Winter joins us next on Bucky's Legends on the Beaver Radio Network.
Find more information about the games featured in Bucky's Legends by visiting the official site of Bemidji State Athletics, BSUBeavers.com. Download electronic schedules for any BSU sports team right to your favorite mobile device. Keep up with the latest news and even watch archive videos of past BSU events. And find links to follow the Beavers on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Can't make it to the game? Follow live stats while you're listening right here on the Beaver Radio Network. You can even find ticket information about the next Beaver event so you won't miss any of the action. BSUBeavers.com, the official website of Bemidji State Beaver Athletics.
Welcome back to Bucky's Legends on the Beaver Radio Network, presented by BSUBeavers.com and Bemidji's First City Liquor Store. Zach Whitecloud won the Stanley Cup last year with the Vegas Golden Knights. Joins a long list of former CCHA players that have their name on the cup, most notably Chris Kunitz of Ferris State. Chris Kunitz won 4 Stanley Cups. Somewhat mind-boggling. Associate Head Coach Travis Winter.
It's very hard, and for Kunitz to win 4 is unbelievable. I mean, you have to first off be with the right organization at the right time. That certainly helps, but it's hard. And last summer when Zach was going through it, you know, you're watching early on, obviously, and you're just watching because it's fun to watch a former player play in an NHL playoff game. And then as they start winning some games and getting through the first round and the second round, then you really start thinking like, this is for real, and he's going to have a legitimate shot at this. And then you're watching with different eyes and different excitement. And obviously we're very proud for Zach, and they do have a good team right now and a good organization, and who knows, maybe we'll see another couple runs out of them, but it's very difficult to do, and it was awesome for him.
So Travis, what stood out to you about how the Vegas Golden Knights utilized Zach Whitecloud last year and Stanley Cup run?
Penalty kill, defensive defenseman that chipped in offensively as well. They weren't afraid to use him really at any moment in the game, and I believe he led the NHL in plus minus in the playoffs, so that tells you how valuable he was to their team and what they thought of him as a player. And as I said, they weren't afraid to use him in any situation, and he logged a lot of minutes and important minutes as well.
You've been listening to Bucky's Legends, presented by BSUBeavers.com on the Beaver Radio Network. To listen to past archives of the show, log on to BeaverRadioNetwork.com. We are the Beaver Radio Network.
That's going to do it for our Pepsi and I Bottling first intermission. Pepsi, that's what I like. Start of the second brought to you by the Keg and Cork, home of the half-off Apps and Taps Happy Hour. Beavers this season when they're tied after the first, 5-2-1. Ferris State when tied after the first, 6-3. Beavers, when they score first, 14-3-1. When they don't score first, 4-12. Ferris State, when they score first, 6-10-2. When they don't score first, 4-13. So check scores from around the Mason Cup playoffs tonight. Wild one going on in Houghton. Michigan Tech 5, Bowling Green 4. That at the end of 2. In Mankato, Northern Michigan and Minnesota State are tied at 1. St. Thomas rallying from losing last night 4-1. They now lead Lake State 2-0, end of one. Those other scores are on the Mason Cup playoffs tonight. Again, they reseed after the first round. So if Bemidji State wins, they would play the lowest remaining seed left. Which first round is not a bracket.
Right, correct. It's not you just go down the bracket, but obviously Bemidji State doesn't have to worry. They're going to be at home if they can continue to win. Right now, if it, the opponent would be Lake Superior State if they were able to beat St. Thomas tonight.
But they're down 2-0.
Surprise, surprise, right?
Yes.
I mean, in the playoffs, a lot of these series can go to 3 games. I mean, it's not a surprise. Obviously, Bemidji's hoping to get a couple in here in the second period and get a victory and not have to worry about playing on a Sunday. But Ferris, they've got everything to play for. The season ends tonight if they're not able to win the game.
The CCHA has moved the semifinals. Used to be completely up to the home team to decide what time they're going to play. The CCHA wants to stagger start times. So one game would start at 4, another game would start at 7 next week. There's some confusion even by BSU. They're like, we're the 1 seed, don't we get to decide what time we're going to play and have the other one be? I don't think it works that way. So if Bemidji State advances to next week's semifinals, we will pass along a start time as soon as we know it.
That is weird. Yeah, you'd think
they want to.
Well, I get that.
People to watch both games.
Yeah, well, I get the staggering thing, but you'd think the number 1 seed would play the 7 o'clock game. I mean, it's not like they're both playing Thursday and one had to start late and one had to start early. But we'll see how that all shakes out.
Beavers attacking to our right. Austin Jopi and Casper Magnuson had to coordinate when they were both going to get onside, and finally did, and they'll chop it back below the goal. Logan Stein will leave it there. 30 seconds into the second period, no score. Beavers steal in the right corner. Backhanded down low there by Jackson Jutting. Picked up by the Bulldogs. They'll go off the glass and out. Up the far side wall. Kyle Loft runs his man right off of the play. It was Antonio Venuto. They get tangled up together. Beavers pushed up the nearer side. All the way up the ice it'll go. Picked up by Kirkland Irie. Leighton Road. Shallow angle shot. Just missed. Goes over to the left side wall. Irie gets it right back to Road. Road tosses it out in front. Settling the puck. Mitch Wolf. And he sent it right to the Bulldog on the chest of Logan Stein. Mitch just got so far in tight and just couldn't do anything with it.
That's exactly it. The closer you get to the goalie, the less you can do unless you make a move. And in that situation, you don't have enough time to do that. So you push it towards the goal, and Stein did a good job just maintaining his space and actually did a really good job with the rebound as well.
Road drops it off for Eric Martin. Martin's shot hits somebody's elbow and hit the left corner and carried him all the way up the ice.
That was the butt of end of Stein's stick, actually, that it hit.
Well, then it hit 2 things, because it hit the guy standing right in front of the shot, too. Beavers flipped to the neutral zone, dumped right back in by Ferris. Off the end wall. Wolf behind the net. Feeds Polkamp. Polkamp surveys the land and just fires it right up the middle of the rink to nobody.
Well, that's kind of inexplicable, isn't it? He's looking. Must not. Just we'll regroup. Icing face-off to the left of Scholl. Stopped all 11 shots he faced in the first period. No score.
Have you seen the movie Necessary Roughness? Scott Bakula goes back to college, plays college football.
I have not.
The movie is hilarious. The backup quarterback's like, I thought you were going to do one of these. And he signals a veer to the right. Maybe Eric thought he was
that could be.
Going to do one of these.
Well,
he
he's
didn't.
such a good player. It's not like, I mean, that's normal for him to just whiff on a pass.
Layden Road stood up on zone entry. Here comes Travis Schauty. Drops it off to the left side wall. Bouncing puck off of Nardicia's glove hand, and that is a hand pass. 17:32 left here in the second. Got several emails of Booth over the intermission.
All right.
Tim, Leighton Road absolutely snake bit last 3 weekends. How many pipes and near misses has he had? That he's due for some puck luck. He does so many good things so well for a true goal scorer.
Well, he doesn't, they've been on such a tear and
haven't needed them.
Yeah, thankfully, but that is a little strange. But like tonight, I mean, he's had 2 shots, one in the first that hit the post and one already here in this period that just whistled wide of it. And he's getting some chances.
He did have an assist last night. 14 goals, 15 assists for him.
Yeah, he actually created that first goal by taking the puck right to the net.
Ferris State launches one ahead, goes off the shaft of the stick of Jason Branshaw. He'll track it down on the end wall. Austin Jopie and Will Magnuson bother him. Branshaw will carry it all the way over to the far wall and toss it on the backhand of the near side. Noel bounces one off the end boards. Picked up by Austin Jopie, cleared not out. Picked up now by Jackson Jutting. He will send it out. And the Beavers will go off on a line change here. 3 minutes and 20 seconds into this second period, still scoreless. This game has had some pace, and then there's been some stretches where they just iced it time after time after time. But second period has started again with pace. Up to the top it comes. Shouty a drive, whistles wide. Goes to the right side circle, a drive. I'm not sure that got to Matthias, or if it was blocked out in front. Beavers will flip it high up into the air. Flamang knocks it down, drops it off for Carter Jones. Jones tucks it under the barn. Beavers lead 1-0. What a shot by Carter Jones.
Well, and what a play by Flamang. Is that who hit it out in midair?
Yes.
And it dropped right to his stick, and he heads up instead of skating into the zone, just side passes it to Jopie in stride, and he rips a shot. I mean, he didn't have much space there. Near side, top shelf. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Not much space, but he hit it.
Well, Noah Giesbrecht last night, 6'4", 205. Logan Stein, 6'3", 205.
Well, they're
and
gonna.
I think that Bob Daniels may say, hey, was that played with a high stick by Flamang?
That's what they're probably delaying a little bit to have their own replay official look at it. I guess I didn't So again, I think there just has to be really conclusive evidence, and in this case, I mean, it didn't look to me anyway that it's conclusive enough. You know, it'd be easy if he was standing still, straight up, and hit the puck. You'd be able to tell at what angle it was, but here he was lunging forward, got his stick on the puck, killed it to his feet, and then obviously the play continues. Now, this would never have been reviewed had they not just scored right afterwards, but not a bad idea by Bob Daniels to challenge it. It's the first goal of the game, and there certainly can be some questions, but again, I just don't think there's enough. But we'll see what they have to say. They're done with the review.
Call on the ice stands, not confirmed. Ferris State charged a timeout. They can still challenge another play down the road.
But
if it is not upheld, it would be a delay game penalty.
I don't blame them for challenging, though. I mean, it was definitely something worthy of that when it's the first goal of the game, and it definitely was in question. But again, I agree with that. There just wasn't enough to overturn it.
Time for a Dowlinger Chevrolet GMC scoring summary.
Forward. Scoring his 6th goal of the season for the Beavers, number 9, Carter Jones. He was assisted by number 8, Adam Fleming, and number 16, Yuri Väisänen.
If that goal would have gotten pulled off of the board, that would have been a shame for Carter Jones, because that was an unbelievable shot.
Yeah, that's a highlight reel shot. I mean, great play by Fleming, obviously. Great hand-eye coordination.
Hybrid icing, they'll wave it off. Chiddington goes to get the pass that was slightly out in front of him from Dante Lawson. Bulldogs will clear it to center. Jake McLean is there. Beavers pick it up, launched up the far side by Logan Hutchison. 15-15 left, second period. Beavers lead 1-0. When the Beavers score first, 14-3-1. When the Bulldogs' opponents score first, 4-13. Ferris State picks up the puck and launches it ahead to clear a lot of pressure. And icing is called on the Bulldogs.
But again, that whole play, I mean, what a play. The pass that it's a flip, and Fleming to reach out and be able to get a stick on it, deaden the puck right to him, and then realize, I mean, he's got Carter streaking down the right wing, gets it right to him, and he finishes off with a heck of a shot. Not much Stein can do there. He cut off almost every part of the net that he could, except that little bit near post that Jones was able to hit.
Bulldogs chop it out to center, bouncing puck. Flipped ahead by Nardicia. Bothered by Satasari the whole way down into the right side corner. 14:43 left here, second period. Shots 13-12 in favor of Ferris. Eric Martin picks up the puck, races ahead. Kirkland Irie, right circle, goes cross ice to Leighton Road. Road stops, tries to cut back, feeds it on a backhand up to Will Magnuson. Magnuson from the left point. That one hit traffic and just trickles wide. Down below the goal line it goes. Kirkland Irie will go get it. Irie carries it over to the left side corner, up the left side wall, plays it back into the corner now for Martin. Martin up to the blue line middle, a drive by Will Magnuson. That bounced off of somebody. Bulldogs will pick it up, carry it to center ice. They feed DeVita. That one's deflected off the stick of Will Magnuson, up into the netting, protecting the band. Good to have the band here over the tail end of spring break.
Adds to the atmosphere, that's for sure.
14:05 left here, second period. This is back into the CHA days, so this is going back a while, Biz. Beavs were in Detroit to play Wayne State.
That is going back a long ways.
Wayne State hadn't had a program in, a decade?
Oh, more than that.
A half?
Yeah, about 2005, 2006, wasn't it in there, kind of?
Went to the old Joe Louis Arena, watched the Red Wings pregame skate.
Oh, that hit a pipe.
Ferris hit the outside of the pipe there. Rebound comes all the way around and out to center. Picked up there by Branshaw. Bulldogs back in on the attack. Down the far wall. McCorney back up to the point. Messick to the right circle, down to the right corner, back up to the right point. Bulldogs now reverse course to the near side. Messick shot. Pad save is made by Matthias Scholl. Rebound right at the slot. Cleared by Mitch Wolf out to the neutral zone. Matthias just held his ground, and Mitch Wolf was steady there to clear the puck. Eric Polkamp darts out to center, crosses the red line, backhands it over to the near side wall, driven in there by Casper Magnuson. Flamang tries the centering pass, knocked down. Good forecheck by Casper Magnuson. Puck pushed back down below the goal. Messick and Väisänen. Väisänen, I think, just face planted himself into the end glass. Carter Jones now has it. Jones tries to feed Flamang. It was deflected there by the Bulldogs. Up the slot, swing and a miss by Kyle Loaf. The puck was bouncing. Väisänen through traffic, whistles it just wide of the left side post. I'm not even sure that Erie Väisänen could see the net there with that much traffic in front. Bulldogs back the other way. Beavers flip it ahead. Loaf high up into the air, into the glass right in front of the penalty boxes. Now chopped up the ice by Flamang. Beavers will change. So the Beavers attended a pregame skate by the Red Wings. And I don't remember who it was. For the Red Wings, who was just standing in front of the net. One of his coaches was flipping pucks. Centering pass for the Bulldogs right out in front. It's Fairmouth, and he got spun around to his backhand. By the time he got to his forehand, he fired it into the right side corner. Puck after puck after puck that the Red Wings player is just knocking out of midair right at crossbar height. And like every one of them went in the net. I'm like, how are you that good?
Well, there's a lot of hand-eye coordination in the sport. I mean, you got to have good hands if you're going to get to this level, that's for sure.
My point is, Flamang can't just knock that puck down. He legit tried to set it right to his feet, and he did. Bulldogs 3-on-2 into the offensive zone. Fairmouth wide of the net. That one climbs the glass and goes out of play.
You've got to be frustrated. Fairmouth two times down the ice now, had 2 shots, pretty decent angle, and missed the net on both of them. If he was my line mate, we'd be talking about that after the shift. Hey, you got to hit the net. Hit the net. I know you're trying to go.
I think he knows that.
Well, of course. But, I mean, and it's easier said than done sometimes when you're moving and you're trying to get it off quick. And the puck is coming to you. It all depends on how it's delivered as well. But you're not going to score a rebound goal if you miss the net.
Bulldogs get one through traffic. Goes thump off of the leg pads of Matthias Scholl. Beavers flip it ahead. Kirkland Irie smacked into from behind as he was trying to catch the puck. He crashed into Logan Stein. Ferris State player took offense to that. I don't think he noticed that Kirkland Irie got shoved into.
Yeah, that was Messick who hit him into the goalie. Not a penalty, though. I mean, the puck was in his skates, and just certainly wasn't something that he did purposefully. He would have rather controlled the puck and made a move and tried to score a goal instead of trying to find the puck all the way down to the crease. It was a good try, though, and that's so hard. Again, hand-eye coordination, right? I mean, that thing was bouncing. He was trying to knock it off the bounce in stride and get something to shoot, but wasn't able to do it. Runs into the goalie, net comes off, the whistle blows.
Left circle face-off, controlled by Ferris State. They'll flip it ahead into the offensive zone. Will Magnuson just shrugs Antonio Venuto aside. Beavers bring it into the offensive zone. Leighton Road, left half wall. 10:52 left, second period. Beavers lead 1-0. Goal scored by Carter Jones. Just an unbelievable shot. Well, just inside the
just
top of the left circle, or
just
right
inside
circle.
the right face-off dot. It looked like a near side. So he was right. He's right-handed, and that's good. If he was left-handed, it wouldn't have been an awkward angle to get to the forehand to shoot it. But he literally had maybe 6 inches to shoot at, because Stein went down and the shot went up, but he had almost the whole net covered.
Eric Martin into the offensive zone, drops it back. Leighton Road. Road tries to push it to the stick side, the far side. He just missed the net. Back the other way. Here comes Nardicia. His shot kicked aside by the right toe of Matthias Scholl. Comes back up to the point. Noella drive. Scholl jumps to get a piece of it, and it goes up over the glass. And out of play with 10:01 left here in this second period.
Well, Leighton Road's shot was a good attempt to go to the far post, but he missed, and then it rung around, and it got one of the Beaver defensemen a little flat-footed, and that's what allowed the rush the other way. It looked like it was going to be a breakaway, but another defender for the Beavers was able to get back into the play.
Beavers push it to the line, not out. Ferris State chops it into the left corner. Dirks after it there with Mitch Wolf. Pulled free by Eric Polkamp. 3-on-3, Polkamp into the offensive zone along the right side wall. Shoved aside there by the Bulldogs' Nico DeVita.
Polkamp just runs over a Bulldog. I don't think that could have been a penalty.
Polkamp at the point. A drive kicked out of there by Logan Stein. Down below the goal, Casper Magnuson, so big and strong, comes out of the corner with the puck, feeds Jutting between the circles. 9:10 left, second period. Beavers up 1-0. Beavers still with the puck in the offensive end. Now losing it is Jackson Jutting. Mitch Wolf will go get it at his own blue line. Back to the neutral zone, bounces off the stick of Carter Jones, loose in the center circle. Bulldogs back on the attack. Tyler Schleppe along the right side wall. Comes back up to the right point. Messick works his way to the middle. Shot blocked by Carter Jones. Works its way to the right side. Whistles wide of the post. Matthias makes a save. Throws the stick over and deflects it to the end wall. And the Beavers will flip to the neutral zone.
Another chance for Fairmouth right at the goal mouth and just stymied by Scholl.
Bulldogs back into the offensive zone. Barry Weissenen takes his man down in the far corner. Puck trickles in on Matthias Scholl, and he'll put the glove down on top of it. 8:19 left, second period. Beavers lead 1-0. Game 2 of this best 2 out of 3 series. Beavers winners in overtime last night. This is Beaver Hockey on the Beaver Radio Network.
Oh, hello, Italian nightclub from Jimmy John's. Chow freshly baked bread piled high with Italian-style meats and provolone. Hey to you too, hand-sliced veggies. Oil and vinegar, oregano and basil, nice to see ya. Am I obsessed with this sandwich? Yes. Should I see someone about that? Probably. Jimmy John's, order online or on the app.
.19 left here in the second. Beavers being outshot 20-13, but lead 1-0. Just to clear one thing up here, former Beaver Eric Munzard sent me a text. The high sticking definition for USA hockey is above the shoulder height. For high school and college and pro hockey, it's 4 feet.
Well, how are you supposed to know that?
It's where the
shoulders make it easier.
Where the crossbar is. But again, if your camera angles are all not at 4 feet,
right,
good luck trying to figure that out.
Right, which makes it why it's...
So, yes, USA hockey is shoulder height.
So we're kind of right, but not right in the context of the Beavers.
Well, I thought it was crossbar, but I wasn't 100% sure, so I didn't go there. But I did just look it up and...
Crossbar it is.
Sweet.
Of course, at center ice, there is no crossbar to compare it to.
Correct. Beavers break out to center. Casper Magnuson, cross-ice pass just out of the reach of Austin Jopi. Well, potentially the top of the dasher could be used as a landmark for referees, but that's pretty low. Up to the point, Will Magnuson, quick wrist shot, hits the end glass. Ferris State tosses it to center. Beavers regroup. Austin Jopi's got to wait for everybody in white to get out of the zone, and Jopi gets thrown aside.
Pretty good. Thanks a lot.
Puck was kind of there.
Oh, it was definitely there.
Well,
he was waiting too long for everybody else to get back.
He didn't have it anymore by the time he got thrown down, but it was close enough.
It was close enough.
Hand grenades and horseshoes, right? Layton Road makes a move into the middle. Just whistles it wide of the stick side. Chops at the rebound, and it goes to the near side half wall. Ferris will flip it out to center ice. Settling the puck there is Caleb Pregame. He waits for help. That puck knocked out of midair by Ferris State's Luigi Benincasa. Somebody lost a stick. It went flying, and the Beavers will clear it. 6:56 left here, second period. Beavers lead 1-0. Eric Martin steals it at center. Circles back, feeds Kirkland Irie, who backhands it in. The Beavers will change. Beavers win tonight. Ferris' season would end. Beavers would advance to the semifinals next Saturday. Ferris wins tonight. We'll come back here tomorrow. It'll be a 5 o'clock start. Beavers toss it ahead to Väisänen. Väisänen stood up by Nico DeVita. Zari Väisänen then runs into Polkamp. Polkamp pinned up along the boards. Gets the puck behind the net. Comes back for Polkamp, who rifles one up the near side wall. It was deflected in by Flamang. Tomorrow would be a 5:07 start, 4:30 Corner Bar pregame show. Rolling puck. Patrick Satisari can't slow down fast enough. The linesman waves it off. Rightfully so. Flamang. Top of the circle. Quick wrist shot. Goes off of the blocker there of Logan Stein. Bounced around and out to center ice. Flamang couldn't gather it back up. Hutchison goes cross ice, looking for Satisari. It was too far for him. It was all the way back into the Beaver defensive end. The Beavers then turn it over. Noel sends it over into the far wall. It's blocked there by Bemidji State. And a whistle. Too many men for Ferris State. Both linesmen were signaling 6.
Well, that penalty door opens up, so too many men on the ice for the Bulldogs will give Bemidji State their first power play of the game. Beavers are being outshot 10-5 here, 15 minutes into the second period. 5:22 left, second period. Beavers up 1-0 with 2-minute power play. Serving the penalty will be Schleppe for the Bulldogs, but it's too many men on the ice.
Beaver power play, 15.3%. 19 of 124. Yeah, it's a 1.5 better than Ferris's, 13.9%.
They were 0 for 5 last night, the Beavers were.
Ferris penalty kill, 75.7%. Giving up 28 power play goals this year, Ferris has. Beavers have given up 27. Ferris State to the line, not out, held there by Kyle Loft. Back to Layton Road. Road, blocker side, knocked free by Stein. Beavers keep it alive on the far side wall. It's Polkamp. Blue line left to Loft, to the right wall to Layton Road. Down low it goes for Jackson Juding, back up top for Loft. To the left side circle, low to the ice, and Eric Polkamp makes it 2-0. That puck never left the ice. Well, the goalie's supposed to stop that thing.
Just good puck rotation, too. Once they were able to get it free and pass it around, they were trying to free up Polkamp over there in the left face-off circle. He gets it, and yeah, he just fires it low to the ice, and sometimes that can fool a goalie. He's got to get down to the ice in time to stop the puck. Beavers had a little bit of traffic in front. And for Polkamp, back-to-back nights with a goal. The freshman has really made an impact, and that gives the Beavers a 2-0 lead. First time all weekend that they've led by 2.
Beavers shot the puck ahead. It would have been an icing call, but Logan Stein came out to play. It's time for your Dowlinger Chevrolet GMC scoring summary.
Scoring his 9th of the season for the Beavers, number 23, Eric Polkamp. He was assisted by number 7, Kyle Luft, and number 19, Jackson Juding.
There's your Dowlinger Chevrolet GMC scoring summary. Beavers up 2, Rip. 4:03 left here in the second. Beavers in the offensive zone. Mitch Wolf shot low to the ice, sticked aside by Logan Stein, with Flamang right out in front. Ferris will clear it. Dumped right back in there by Carter Jones. Beavers last night had 51 shots. Tonight, just 15 with 3:40 left in the second. Ferris State enters the zone. Polkamp picks it up. Polkamp stops. Pushes to the neutral zone. Casper Magnuson taps it to the stick of Jopi. Jopi hits the trailer Wolf. Wolf settles it with his skate. Tries to flip on a backhand. Swing and a miss, strike one.
Well, unfortunately, he was on the wrong side of the ice. It was on his backhand.
Polkamp back for Casper Magnuson. Magnuson a quick wrist shot. They got a piece of Stein and went up and out of play. Stoppage with 3:15 to go.
It's good, good play, and you're trying to get the player in stride coming down the ice. But again, it was the off wing, so to speak, for I think it was Mitch Wolf, who was on his wrong side, and so it was on his backhand, and he had a little bit of trouble handling the puck. And that kind of killed the drive, so to speak, to the net.
Wasn't all that freaky fast today, Biss, but our freaky fast first score from Jimmy John's with freaky fresh, freaky fast sandwich delivery.
Wasn't fast, but it was a spectacular shot.
It was a fast shot.
It was a fast shot. Just came well into the second period as the first goal of the game, but
icing waved off as that one just glances off the stick of Kyle Loft as he tried to knock down a loose puck up the far side wall. Will Magnuson to the neutral zone. Kirkland Irie. Beavers backhanded in, go off on a line change with 2:32 left here in the second. Rocketed ahead for Drew Cooper, knocked off his stick, picked up by Jake McLean. McLean cannot get the puck deep. Bulldogs back the other way. Corcoran, the near side wall, stolen by Cooper, driven just wide of the near post. Beavers launch up the far wall. Icing going to be called on the green and white. Stops the clock with 2:07 left here in the second period.
A little bit more wide open here in the second. Not as many stoppages in play anyway as the first period, but the Beavers again being outshot in the second period. 10-9 now, but they have the 2 goals. Carter Jones followed by a power play goal from Eric Polkamp, and now a timeout, I believe, is being called by Bemidji State. The next goal is pivotal. I mean, for Ferris, you cannot get down 3-0 against the Beavers and have odds drop dramatically that they can get back into the hockey game with 20 minutes to go. They need a late second period goal. That would really boost the morale and make it a whole different game for Bemidji. You know, obviously, if they can get that third goal, that let them breathe a little bit easier.
Mike Beardy emails the Paul Bunny Net mailbag. We need Sunday to be a day of rest. Dave, 2 Maverick alumni, Dave and Darcy, watching on Flo from southern Minnesota. So since our daughter is a BSU student, we end up watching more Beaver hockey than Maverick hockey now.
I like it.
Says you guys are more fun to listen to. Thank you, Dave. Chris, tuning in Carthage, Texas, says it's cold outside, 52 degrees.
Well, we're going to be warmer than you.
It's going to be 50 here, I think, tomorrow or on Monday. Ernie, Colleen, and the grandkids listening in. They were in Mexico last night. I didn't know the grandkids were in Mexico.
Either that or they traveled a long way to get back.
Bulldogs center a pass out front. Matthias tries to dive on top of it. He came up with air. The puck trickles to the end wall. Picked up there by Tyler Schleppe. Back up top it comes. A shot high up on top of Matthias. The shot by Nico DeVita. Matthias again had to just get up to his tiptoes to get a piece of the puck and then jump down to cover it.
Well, he was challenged there. The Bulldogs really pressing to try to get on the scoreboard here and cut the lead in half. A good job, a couple of good shots. Just not finding the puck luck as the rebound came in front and Matthias was down. It slid just
goes, that one's on me, guys. Drop it again. Puck just sits there in the faceoff circle, finally tossed into the corner there by Venuto. And now it comes back to Venuto, and he can't stop it before it comes to the neutral zone. 90 seconds to go, second period. Bulldogs misfire, and icing is called on the red and yellow of Ferris State. Beavers get to choose their face-off circle here. You also have a choice. Choose your therapist. Choose choice therapy.
That's another one of the new rules, right? That after an icing, the team that gets the offensive zone face-off gets to choose which side it's on.
Center always wants to go on his backhand, so Yuri Weissen's backhand is from the left circle.
Yeah, as a centerman, I would have loved that, being able to choose.
You get to choose after an icing, you get to choose after a penalty. Dumped into the corner, and that's going to be a penalty as Flamang went head over heels.
And that is not what Ferris needs now. To see it again, maybe a boarding call. Looked like the puck was there. Cross check, all right. And that is
even if the puck's there, you can't cross check something.
Yes, that is true. Picorni goes off. Oh yeah, that is. Sometimes you just go, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? But it's in real time. You want to get the puck, push the guy off the puck, but Beavers have a chance to go up by 3 here.
Well, Tom Saratori and I were talking about defensemen keeping their stick on the ice. You keep your stick on the ice, you don't get called for cross-checking, because if you keep your stick on the ice, you can't cross-check somebody, right?
That's right.
Keep your stick on the ice, and good things will happen. Final minute here of the second. Beavers on an Otter Tail power play up by 2. Backdoor goal for Polkamp. I don't think Judding got a piece of it here on the near post. It's 3-0.
It's like Groundhog Day. That's the exact same thing as the second goal. Seriously, same spot, same shot, low to the ice. And Polkamp's got himself 2 on the night, 3 on the weekend, and the Beavers are up 3-0. That is literally the same place on the ice, the same play. It's loafed to Polkamp, and he does the exact same thing.
Even if Polkamp doesn't score, there's no way that Jackson Judding doesn't.
Well, he's just waiting for it, but he doesn't need to do anything because Polkamp apparently has found the magic on Stein from the left faceoff dot. Shoot it low.
That may have gone off the stick of Andrew Noel.
The defenseman?
Yeah.
Well, maybe they could show that to us again. Here we go. Let's see if it went off Noel as he comes back to try to defend against Judding. Loft going to get the assist again. There's the shot. Hard to say whether that would have gone in or not. If it wouldn't have hit the stick, it looked like it was going in.
On the power play, number 23, Eric Polkamp. He was assisted by number 7, Kyle Loft, and number 29, Leighton Rodet.
There's your Donlinger Chevrolet GMC scoring summary. Casper Magnuson walks off the end wall with the puck, thrown towards the net. Clocked on the backside there was Austin Jopi. Jopi gets up. Loaf tries to feed it to him, and it hit traffic with 10 seconds to go here in the period. Beavers up by 3. Jopi ridden off the puck there by Nico DeVita. Chopped around, and that's going to do it for the second period. Scoreless first period. The Beavers tack on 3 here in the second. They were getting outshot quite handily. It's now 22-20.
Yeah, most of that period, of the first half of the period, Ferris had more of the shots. But Bemidji State gets 3 here in the period, 2 back-to-back on the power play. We haven't said that much this season. They are 2 for 2 on the power play tonight. And there's the replay, for those of you watching on Flow, of Polkamp's second. They're going to look very similar. The only difference is Noel in the crease. Other than that, I mean, wow, Polkamp, that's the shot that's the play they're working on. That's where they want to get it like that. And if you were here a few years ago, Jerry Fitzgerald made a home in that faceoff dot and a career out of scoring from there.
All one-timers.
All one-timers.
Yeah.
That was a little bit more of a group and wrist shot, but still impressive.
Pole Money Communications second intermission powered by the Gigazone. Patrick Satasari joining us outside of the Beaver locker room. Patrick, what's it like watching Eric Polkamp just kind of do his thing out there?
It's awesome to watch him have that kick and play. It's we're lucky to have him on our side and not theirs, that's for sure.
Well, it's kind of an interesting period there for you guys. I mean, Ferris had quite a few shots in the first half of the period, but you guys were able to kind of swing the momentum and then start to get some goals. What changed for you?
I mean, we just keep building on our game, shift from shift. I think that's the key. Like, just stick to the game plan, get pucks deep, go to work. That's Beaver hockey.
The fourth line of forwards has done this a lot lately. I think the fifth, sixth, and seventh defensemen have been doing it a lot lately too, of winning shifts. In your mind, how important is it to win a shift, and how do you do it?
I mean, winning your shift is key to winning a game. I mean, first of all, got to take care of your own zone. Worry about not getting pucks on our own net, not getting any face-offs in our own zone, and offense will find you. That's how it goes. So just take care of your own end and go from there.
Patrick, best of luck here in the third.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Patrick Sadasari joining us outside the Beaver locker room here. It's our Paul Bunting Communications second intermission. The Beavers score 3 of them there in the second period, go up 3-0, headed to the third. Our Hot Spring Hot Tubs of Northern Minnesota second period stats on the way for you, and we will check the bracket here for the Mason Cup playoffs. Scores on the way as well. Beavers 3, Bulldogs from Ferris nothing after 40 minutes, right here on the Beaver Radio Network.
Oh, hello, Italian nightclub from Jimmy John's. Chow freshly baked bread piled high with Italian-style meats and provolone. 82 hand-sliced veggies. Oil and vinegar, oregano and basil. Nice to see ya. Am I obsessed with this sandwich? Yes. Should I see someone about that? Probably. Jimmy John's. Order online or on the app.
What's the best environment to study the environment? At Bemidji State University, it's not in the classroom or in a lab, but in the actual environment, in the fields and in the forests, and on more than 400 lakes within 25 miles of our campus. What can the Northwoods teach you? Find out at Bemidji State University.
Somebody once said life moves pretty fast, and that's exactly how we like it. Want to build something? Great. Start businesses, build bridges, raise a whole city. Future in fighting crime? Want to save lives? Do it all here. But you've got to go forward fast. Because today is now, and tomorrow is soon. And to get ahead of the game, you got to get ahead of your time. This is your future, so take it and move all of us forward.
Paul Bunting Communications second intermission, powered by the Gigazone. Beavers score 3 in the period, go up 3-0. This with our Hot Spring Hot Tubs of Northern Minnesota stats through 2.
Well, at one point in the second period, it was 10-4 in the period in favor of shots for the Bulldogs, but they finish 11 apiece as the Beavers started to turn on the offense and got 3 goals as a result. So it's 22-20 shots in goal in favor of the The Bulldogs took 2 penalties in the second period, and the Beavers made them pay. Eric Polkamp made them pay on both. So they're 2 for 2 on the power play for tonight. Face-offs 24-16 in favor of the Bulldogs. They won 14 of 19 face-offs in the second period. And block shots, the Bulldogs 14 to the Beavers 10.
Which goal highlight would you like here, Biss?
Let's go with Carter Jones. That was a heck of a shot.
You got it. We'll check our Stittsworth Meets scoreboard on the way for you as our Pullman Communications second intermission continues right here on the Beaver Radio Network. And if it was blocked out in front, Beavers will flip it high up into the air. Fleming knocks it down, drops it off for Carter Jones. Jones tucks it onto the bar. Beavers lead 1-0. What a shot by Carter Jones.
Well, and what a play by Fleming. Is that who hit it out in midair?
Yes.
And it dropped right to his stick, and he heads up instead of skating into the zone, just side passes it to Jopi in stride, and he rips a shot. I mean, he didn't have much space there. Near side, top shelf.
Purple. It's not just a color. It represents our state, our home, and our team. At Affinity Plus, we have the experience to help you achieve your financial goals while helping our neighbors in need. It's our purple pride, because banking is what we do, and people is who we are. Affinity Plus, your purple banking people. Named #1 credit union in Minnesota by Forbes magazine.
You know the right move for you. Learn a trade and earn a good living. Northwest Technical College can be the best right move you'll ever make. Get the education and training you need for high-demand, well-paying jobs, working in an office, running your own business, caring for children, and more. Join nearly 1,000 students at Northwest Technical College who are taking the classes they need to move up, not move over. Northwest Technical College. Learn today, earn tomorrow.
Hockey.
Ball and Communications second intermission here. Schulte and Biss with you. The Beavers are up for 3 in the second period. Go up 3-0. So check back on the Paul Bunning mailbag. Former Sheriff Ernie Beidel says, yeah, we're still in Mexico trying to get the tired kids into the game. Wayne and Norma, hello from San Antonio. Let's close out the Dogs tonight. Don't forget to get the clocks ahead tonight. Thanks for that reminder.
That's right, I forget. We spring forward.
I don't have a clock that I have to set anymore. They all just take care of themselves.
Good point, yeah.
So I would have woken up tomorrow and gone, wow, I didn't get nearly as much sleep as I thought I did.
Yeah.
Chris says that Tech Bowling Green game was crazy. It ended up 6-5 Michigan Tech winning.
Wow.
They sweep the series, winning 5-0 last night, 6-5 tonight. Bowling Green season has come to a close. Michigan Tech will advance.
Watch out for the Huskies.
Lake Superior State won last night 4-1 at St. Thomas. St. Thomas leads 4-1, just underway in the third.
So there might be some Sunday hockey.
Minnesota State, end of 2, leads Northern Michigan 3-1. Minnesota State was a 2-1 winner last night. So again, you reseed after the first round. If this one holds true to form, Bemidji State would play the lowest seed remaining. So that would either be Lake State or
Mankato.
Minnesota State Mankato.
Yeah.
So in that regard, Michigan Tech, too, they don't know who they're going to be playing, if it's going to be St. Thomas or potentially Northern Michigan.
Or Mankato. If Lake Superior State wins, then the Beavers play Lake Superior State. That looks like it's going to be decided tomorrow if the score holds true. And then that would mean, the top 4 seeds win. That'd be 1 versus 4. BSU against Minnesota State Mankato.
Minnesota State would come right back here. They were just here a week ago.
And Michigan Tech would head to St. Thomas if it played out where the top 4 seeds advance. But Beaver fans are probably hoping to, I think, Lake Superior State, careful who you wish for. Obviously they weren't.
Don't wish for anybody.
Yeah.
Just finish this one off, and whoever comes here next week, and
take care of business then.
Yes.
But they did tell us Saturday at 7, right?
Saturday will be at 7 o'clock.
Next week. So we know that's confirmed, the semifinal game if the Beavers hold on to win.
Yes. We drop the puck here in the third. When we come back, it's going to do it for our Paul Bunny Communications second intermission here on the Beaver Radio Network. Final minute here of the second. Beavers on an Otter Tail power play up by 2. Backdoor goal for Polkamp. I don't think Judden got a piece of it here on the near post. It's 3-0.
Like Groundhog Day. That's the exact same thing as the second goal. Seriously, same spot, same shot, low to the ice. And Polkamp's got himself 2 on the night, 3 on the weekend, and the Beavers are up 3-0.
It's time for second period stats presented by Keith's Pizza. 3 generations, 2 convenient locations, and 1 great pizza. Thanks to Keith's Pizza for sponsoring tonight's period stats. Here's the CCHA out-of-town scoreboard, sponsored by Paul Bunyan Communications. Get all the fiber optic internet speed you need to support all your devices up to 10 gig with the Gigazone from Paul Bunyan Communications. It's right here. Paul Bunyan Communications, a proud partner of BSU Athletics and Northern Minnesota's authorized Apple Service Center.
It's going to do it for our Paul Bunny Communications second intermission. Start of the third. Brought to you by Coors Light, distributed by McKinnon Company, made to chill.
All right.
Doesn't appear as if the ice is chilled enough. A lot of players just skating around waiting for the ice to set. Or maybe waiting for the clock to hit 0, Schultze.
That might be it too.
20 minutes up on the board. Beavers from our right to our left. Tapped around one of the benches. Ferris State will come into the offensive zone. That's Ergang or Venuto, excuse me. That one goes into the Beaver bench. Stoppage just 11 seconds into this third period.
Well, if you're just joining us, scoreless first period. And the Beavers got the first goal of the game at 3:50. Carter Jones from Flamang and Weissenen. 15:24 on the power play, Polkamp from Loft and Jutting. 19:09 on the power play, Polkamp from Loft and Leighton Rhodes. So 3 of the last 4 goals scored by Bemidji State have been Eric Polkamp, assisted by Kyle Loft.
I'll take that all the way to the bank.
Yeah, and they're getting, on the power play they have played together. The overtime last night was 5-on-5, and Polkamp just happened to jump out when Will Magnuson came to the bench. They don't normally pair them up defensively 5-on-5.
Casper Magnuson dumps the puck in, left corner to right. Picked up by Ferris. Picorni to the neutral zone. Branshaw slides one down, looking there for Jacob Dirks. Beavers will pick it up. Wolf to the neutral zone, gloved and dropped by Ergang. Knocked around off a couple of sticks. Leighton Road will get it. Road tries to feed it to the circle. Left side for Irie. Now Road knocks it down again to Irie. Irie flutters one towards the net. It's picked up there by Nico DeVita. I don't know that I thought that Leighton Road would get either of those 2 pucks that he got to, Bess. He just relentless.
Yeah.
Along the wall.
Very aggressive forechecker.
Irie cuts into the middle, gets through the defense. Shot to the Bulldog right on the chest of Logan Stein. Stein never flinched, Biss.
Nifty move by Kirkland Irie. He got the shot off, but Stein, just holding his ground.
If you're that big, you don't have to move. Just know that you're in between the pipes.
6'3", 205-pound goaltender out of Sewanee, Georgia. Our Georgia fans who emailed the booth would know where that is.
Well, I can never pronounce the name of the town that John is from. He's told me, and I just keep forgetting. Had to Google a French town earlier today.
Yeah. We've had a lot of geography going on.
Gary Weissenen tries to come around from behind the net. Shot hit traffic. Bulldogs flip it ahead to center. Tyler Schleppe with it. Schleppe on a backhand shovels it towards the goal. That one goes all the way here to the near side wall. Stolen away. Nifty little pass off of the wall. Feeds Ziri Weissenen. Weissenen hits the trailer. Flamang, a shot saved by Stein. Popped straight up into the air. He swatted it out of the air with a stick. Now Chiddington gets a redirect. That one might have been above the top of the crossbar height when he... I don't know if that one would have counted anyway.
Might have hit him. I don't know if he got a stick on it. I think he might have hit his shoulder.
Bulldogs flutter one in from center. 17-10 left here, third period. Beavers cannot clear it. Andrew Noel left point. Bouncing puck left side of the net. Matthias looking behind him. Doesn't know where it is. It was centered and stolen away by Jake McLean. McLean crosses the red line, sends it in. Go figure, Biss. Dante Lawson, Reese Chiddington, and Jake McLean possess the puck below the goal line on the offensive end.
They're really good at getting the puck up out of their zone and down to the other side pretty quickly, and then doing this, maintaining puck possession and cycling the puck, trying to find a seam to shoot, but more importantly, best defense is a good offense sometimes.
Held in, blue line left by Will Magnuson. Down low, Dante Lawson right out in front for Jake McLean, who buried it.
You keep playing the way they're playing, you're going to get rewarded. How many games in a row now have they chimed in? I mean, they weren't together last night, but when they've been out there together, they have been very formidable. Hard for the other team to account for.
I would be interested to know if Bob Daniels would challenge this, that it was offside at the line, if he still had a challenge without risking a penalty.
Well, that's at the risk, obviously, of challenging it, but they're down 3-0. If you're ever going to challenge, you might as well do it now, because it's going to be tough to come back from 4-0. But what a great play, and again, it's that fourth line, their ability to keep the puck in the zone and create an opportunity.
I am watching the replay, Biss.
Yeah? Think it was offsides?
Number 27, Jake McLean. He
Onside.
was assisted by number 13, Dante Lawson, and number 5, Will Magnuson.
I wasn't watching the play come into the zone, and now that we have a replay, we can maybe have him show us if it indeed was.
I don't know if Flo gets the overhead of the blue line or if that's strictly to the referees.
Okay.
But that is the angle that they were looking at in the replay booth, which just so happens to be through a little glass window to my left.
Right.
And Will Magnuson was able to hold this puck in.
So right there, see, that's the tough play. I mean, you can't really tell by even the replay because he caught it way up above his head. But you're right, it did kind of look like it was over the blue line. It's a moot point now.
Magnuson, blue line left, walks down the wall, throws it. That one went off of a leg in front, I believe Kirkland Irie's leg. And Ferris State will race towards center. Again, if Ferris State had a challenge without risking a penalty, in that situation, I think they take.
I think they do it anyway. I would have challenged it anyway. Get the penalty if you're.
They're right on that blue line, though. They're benches. They had to have players and coaches. As Ferris State knocks one out of midair towards the offensive net. Beavers will pick it up and slide it ahead to center ice. Carter Jones after it in front of the Ferris State bench. Swings the stick at it. Tyler Schleppe back the other way for Ferris, has it ripped off of his stick. And you'd think that the Ferris players sitting on that blue line on the bench would have raised holy heck had that ball puck been offside.
It was close. I mean, close enough to I would have challenged it, but that's the way it plays out. Good job by Will to keep it in, and he'll get an assist for that then, because he put it down to Dante Lawson behind the net, who fed it to McLean, who was wide open in front. So, I mean, offsides or not, you can't have a guy wide open in the slot like that.
Well, Dante Lawson has made some really good quick plays here in the last 3-4 weeks.
Yeah, and he's been healthy for a longer stretch of time.
Missed a couple weeks early in the year, but he's been healthy since. And can't take him out of the lineup.
Well, this fourth line, I mean, last night Kirkland Irie out, so they bumped Lawson up, and he scored a goal.
Dante pulls the puck free again. To the circle, a one-timer by Vinny Corcoran. And Stein is tangled up with
I think that's Chitton.
Beaver forward.
But yeah, you can't speak more highly of these guys in the way that they've played. I mean, it's been a team effort, but because it's been a team effort, I mean, they've been just as intricately involved in contributing as the other three lines. For McLean, that's goal number 5. He's got 9 points on the season. Lawson gets the assist at 6 points, and Chittenton's got 8 points as well.
Well, the goal last night that Dante got, Beavers walk in from the top of the crease, flipped up over the top of the crossbar. I believe that was Casper Magnuson. The goal last night for Dante Lawson wasn't on his stick for more than a half a second. It was like Eric Martin's game tire.
Yeah.
One time a puck, beat a goalie. 13:27 left here in this third period. Beavers up 4-0. Don't want to say that word too quickly. There's still 13 minutes left. But
there is time left. If you're the Bulldogs, it's now or never. Let's start. You got to get one. Get back. Try to get the momentum.
Shot from the near wall by Jackson Jutting. Went off of the shoulder of Stein. The Bulldogs clear it. Beavers defensively. Benincasa fires it over to the left side circle. Tied up was Jacob Dirks. Benincasa was kind of all alone. He elects to not shoot. Beavers back the other way. Casper Magnuson lugging the puck around the offensive zone. Tries to feed Polkamp. Goes off Polkamp's stick. Polkamp senses that, and he goes right back to the defensive duties, and Ferris State is offside. BSU defensively pitched back-to-back shutouts a week ago.
Yeah.
Gave up 4 yesterday, which is an anomaly. They had only won 2 games. Were giving up more than 2 goals this year. And tonight it's 4-0.
Yeah, this is more indicative of, I think, what people expected when this matchup, became final. That Bemidji State's played well defensively. Ferris has struggled to score, but obviously they changed the narrative last night. They just couldn't get enough offense to support their goalies who've had pretty good goals against averages. I mean, but you got to be able to score 3 goals in most games if you want to win. And now 4 last night, but they weren't able to play enough defense to win the game.
Kirkland Irie tosses it out to center ice. Leighton Road into the offensive zone, cuts in between the circles, and he got clocked there on the back side of the play. Took a Ferris State stick with him. 11:48 to go. Road gets it back center circle, carries it back into the offensive zone, cuts through 3 players. Shot goes off the heel of the glove of Logan Stein. And spins back over to the far side corner, off the glass and up the ice it'll go, and that is an icing infraction on the Bulldogs.
11:30 left to go. 3rd period, Beavers up 4-0, out shooting the Bulldogs 29-24. Still time for you to chime in on the broadcast by emailing the booth, courtesy of Paul Bunyan Communications, powered by the GigaZone. Heard from all over the place tonight. It's been great to hear. You can go to BeaverRadioNetwork.com, men's hockey section, email the booth at the top of the page.
Beavers win the draw, shot by Flamang. Highly contested. Rockets to the corner. And an email to the booth from Mike Noner. Mike, I need to know if you're related to Al. Longtime BSU employee. Yuri Väisänen into the offensive zone, throws on the brakes, left side circle, waits for the D pair to change, feeds it over to the top of the right circle. Will Magnuson drive, goes off the end glass. Mike Noner has had a really good hockey day, Biss.
All right.
Says the most wonderful time of the year, listening in Minnetonka while watching the high school hockey championship after going to the Gophers sweep Penn State this afternoon. Wow. That's a pretty good day.
Yeah, well, this is a great week. I mean, you know, the best state hockey tournament in the country. Long-standing tradition.
I saw something online the other day. What other state sells out a 19,000-seat arena at 2 o'clock on a Thursday?
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
Those of you not from Minnesota don't know much about the Minnesota State High School Hockey Tournament. They literally have standing room only for a game at the XL Energy Center.
For every session, it seems.
There'll be 20,000 people there.
At least on the winner's side. Not necessarily the consolation brackets won't get that attendance, but still, I mean, what a tournament. And tonight it's
quick one-timer, tops of the slot by the Ferris State Bulldogs, Antonio Venuto. Pad save made by Matias. Back the other way, here comes Jake McLean. At the AA final tonight, hand pass going to be called on Bemidji State.
Chanhassen and Edina tonight. Starting up right now, I believe.
Both cake eaters, right?
Oh, Chanhassen's first ever state tournament. I'm pulling for them.
9:59 left in the third on the Beaver Radio Network.
Deerwood Bank, where they offer nice and simple banking. Special thanks to Acme Tools for sponsoring tonight's Acme Tools Ice Crew. Acme Tools is your one-stop shop for contractors, homeowners, and do-it-yourselfers. With over 65 years in the business, you can trust the experts at Acme and Milwaukee to help you do your best work with Acme Tools and the Acme Tools Ice Crew. It's time for tonight's Save of the Game, brought to you by Affinity Plus Federal Credit Union. Thank you to Affinity Plus Federal Credit Union for sponsoring tonight's Save of the Game. Banking is what we do. People is who we are.
$9:59 left, third period. Beavers up 4-0. Beavers now out shooting Ferris 30-25. Acme Tools Ice Crew just leaving. Those shovels have been put to work tonight.
And we found out last week, they do sell shovels at Acme Tools. Lots of shovels. Haven't needed them this winter, but I have a feeling we may still need them, or certainly next winter.
Face-off just outside of the offensive blue line for Bemidji State. Jake McLean, Reese Chittenden, Dante Lawson out there along with Mitch Wolf and Eric Polkamp. Bulldogs, Caleb Ergang flips it up the ice from the red line. Polkamp below the goal line, flips to the corner. McLean works it up the near wall. Polkamp will push to center. Picked up though by Ferris State. Luigi Benincasa. Centering pass picked off by Reese Chittenden. He'll just toss it into the neutral zone. Dante Lawson in front of the Ferris State bench. Messick now has it for Ferris. Waits for Dirks to get out of the zone. Now Messick throws it in. Bulldogs will change. 9:12 left third period. Beavers lead by 4. It was 0-0 after the first. 3-0 after the second. Austin Jopi puts the puck into the middle. Jackson Jutting fights it, and it goes just wide of the post. Jutting was tangled up with one of the Bulldogs. Couldn't really ever get his stick free to shoot the puck. Bulldogs back the other way as Austin Jopi and Andrew Noel come gliding back into the zone here as they were tangled up with the referee standing right over them. Oh, that one went all the way to the left side post. The shot from the point by Trevor Tallene. It went clank. Referee waved no good.
Well, the Bulldogs need one. I mean, they gotta make up a 4-goal difference in 8 minutes. That's not easy. You need to start going in the net. Got close.
Icing called as that pass went sailing thigh high on Nick Nardicia. He couldn't knock it out of midair.
8:15 left to go in the game now. Beavers 31 shots to the Bulldogs 25. Beavers hold on. They'll play next Saturday here at the Sanford Center at 7 o'clock, 6:30 pregame. Opponent still to be determined.
Probably won't be determined until tomorrow. Polkamp, a shot from the top of the left circle off of a clean face-off win.
Hunting for the hat trick.
By Eric Martin. To the line, Sadasari holds. Similar type of a play that Will Magnuson held in on that last fourth goal for the Beavers. Cooper over to the left side. I think that's Austin McCarthy who was deflected up and out of play. Still 7:53 left in this period, Biss. Not moving fast enough for me.
No, but you know, you can breathe a little easy. I mean, it's going to be tough for Ferris to come back from this. A 4-goal cushion is a lot better than 2 or 1.
Left circle face-off here. Vicenen and McCarthy on the draw. Erie wins the draw. I won't say that the Beavers were a bad face-off team earlier in the year, but when Jackson Jutting got hurt, just put so much pressure on their other centers. In fact, had to move guys from the wing to center just because they didn't have enough healthy centers. But Jackson back in the lineup here for the last month and a half. Puck turned over, a howitzer from the point by Corcoran, missed the net. That just settled everyone into a natural spot again. And Eric Martin's gone to a wing. We get Martin being able to play then with Leighton Road. Road has worked a ton on faceoffs this year to get better and get more comfortable at it as Vicenen turns and fires. It was deflected up and out of play.
Well, faceoffs are so important. I mean, the second period statistically indicative of that because they did not win, 4 of 19 faceoffs, the Beavers, yet they played probably. They certainly were the better team in the second period, but they didn't get as many opportunities, and Ferris was able to have a 10-4 shot advantage because they were winning more faceoffs, and that able to set up the play whether you're in the offensive or defensive zone. If you win that faceoff, you get to take it from there, and that usually creates some opportunities.
Kyle Loft knocks down the puck on zone entry. Loft slides the puck ahead. Chittenden plays it back into the defensive zone. Will Magnuson's got it. Flipped ahead and now controlled by Travis Schaude. Bulldogs enter the zone, throw it in between the circles. It was tapped wide by Emerson Good. Up to the point, Messick throws it around to the right corner. Centering pass out front, one-timer by McGrath, and that one hits the shoulder of Matthias Scholl. Bulldogs with their longest sustained offensive pressure here. Go figure, 4 lines out there, and the Beavers get it back in the offensive zone. Was that Lake Superior State earlier this year? Beavers lost in 3-on-3 that Friday night. Ferris chops at it, goes over the crossbar. Coach Serratori started Leighton Road, Kyle Loft, and Eric Polkamp. Here comes Casper Magnuson. Magnuson throws it between the circles, looking there for Polkamp. There he goes again, down between the circles. Casper Magnuson, rink wide. Whistled wide by Mitch Wolf. Ferris State picks up the puck. And Ferris now ices it. Beavers lost in 3-on-3, and having to get down to the locker room after the game, and I put my stuff in the locker room for the night. And Leighton Road was having a chat with Coach Serratori, and things like, why am I taking the face-off in overtime? At that point, he had been in a wing virtually every shift that he had played here at VSU. And Tom Serratori goes, I'm putting my 3 best offensive weapons out there.
Yeah.
Am I going to have a defenseman take the face-off?
Yeah, well, knowing Polkamp, he'd be happy to try that too.
He might.
He's got 2 tonight. He's had a couple of chances at the hat trick here in the third.
Well, the point of that whole story is Leighton Road has gotten so much more comfortable taking faceoffs, and he has worked a ton at it.
Well, and you need to. I mean,
and
especially
that's making him a better player for his pro future.
You know, it used to be, the way they, when I was a kid, depending on what you played, if you were the right wing, that meant you stay on the right side of the ice. And, so I wanted to be the center. I didn't want to have to be told where to go. I want to go wherever I wanted to go. That's obviously not the way that it is even at the youth level now. I mean, you can go all over the place. That's just where you start. And obviously position hockey is pretty important. But it's no longer, the right wings. Oftentimes the right-handed shooters on the left wing.
Beavers ice the puck. Ferris wins the draw between the circles. It's deflected. Matthias swings a stick at it, and it was going well wide anyway. To the line, not out, held there by Nick Hale. 4:47 left. Third period, Beavers up 4-0. Beavers lead the best out of 3 series, 1-0. Won last night in overtime, 5-4. Tonight, lead 4-rip. Leighton Road through the center circle. Top of the right circle, deflected off the stick of Nico DeVita. Beavers will get an offensive zone face-off.
4:29 left. The clock seems to be moving in slow motion.
Kirkland Irie and Tyler Schleppe need to be separated by the linesman. It is very difficult to end a player's career. Now with the Eric Polkamp just destroyed that stick.
His stick went all the way inside the Beaver blue line. Wow.
He was trying for a hat trick.
Yeah, he sure was.
Wow. He goes to the bench, gets a fresh twig. Good job, Toby Palmasino. Equipment manager of the Beavs had one ready for him. Vicenen, little spinorama out front. Carter Jones, what a save there by Logan Stein. But what a pass.
Yeah, that was a great play. It would have been a highlight reel, except for Logan Stein came up with the save.
Polkamp lunges the stick forward and sweeps it away from the Bulldogs. Vicenen, home run pass. Offside is Adam Flamang. 3:45 left here in this third period. All of the pro leagues now around the world, quite honestly. You mentioned those 8 seniors for Ferris State. If they want to find someplace to play, they can find someplace to play next year.
Probably.
But there are some guys that,
this will be it.
This could be it. It's hard to end somebody's career.
Oh, it's always tough. Time goes by so quickly too. But the beauty of hockey is that it is kind of a lifelong sport. There's recreational leagues, senior leagues. You can keep playing as long as you stay healthy.
That's what makes senior day for football so hard for me.
Right, exactly.
That is a sport you just don't get many opportunities.
There's no adult tackle football leagues, and for good reason. Now, there's probably some somewhere, but uh-oh.
Logan Stein stopped the puck back behind the net and got stuck back there a little bit. What line do you suppose is out there, folks? Fourth line. Dante Lawson, Reese Chittenden, Jake McLean causing all sorts of havoc. Getting to the red line is Jason Branshaw. 3 minutes left, third period. Beavers up 4-0. Chittenden feeds Jopi. Beavers go off on a change. Jopi's the only one out there that stayed. Throws it back to Sadasari. Logan Hutchison. Sadasari spins it up the near side. Pulled off of the wall. Goes right to Zach Fairmouth, and the Ferris State Bulldogs will flip the puck in. 35 shots all of a sudden for the Beavers to 25 for Ferris State.
Yeah, I like how they've played this for the third period here. They've had a lead, but you wouldn't know it because they keep moving the puck up the ice and getting some shots on net.
Patrick Sadasari throwing up the far side for Austin Jopi. Jopi couldn't get a piece of it. Jopi tapped Patrick on the shin pads and said, I'm guessing, said, I should have been able to get a piece of that. 2:25 left. Bulldogs, high slot, swing and a miss. Here comes Casper Magnuson, tries to thread a pass for Jackson Jennings. It was knocked down by one of the Ferris State Bulldogs. It goes to Picorni. Zone entry, stolen away by Austin Jopi. Jopi into the offensive zone. Drive low to the ice to the glove of Stein, and that, I don't know if that stung his hand or
Good
he was
shot.
just trying to reposition his glove to cover it. Not sure which.
Hard to crank that thing up and get it through when you've got a defender right in front of you. But Jopi was able to get it on target. 2 minutes now left in the game.
Certainly this appears as if the Beavers will win their 8th straight.
Yeah, they played really well, and they get Kirkland Irie back tonight, which gets that fourth line back together, and they've got the same 4 lines as they've had during that winning streak, and that has helped other than last night.
My understanding is that Tony Fulmer potentially could have played tonight. He was the only one out injured. And he's the one that got hit awkwardly against the boards in front of the penalty boxes last week against Minnesota State. And I'm like, was that his wrist again? And it was not. New injury, unfortunately.
Did he break his wrist earlier?
Yeah. Beaver steal. Chittenden comes in between the circles. Stein gets the glove on it. Just enough of the fingertips on the puck. Beavers keep it alive. Nifty move by Chittenden between the circles. Fanned on the first shot. Second one comes through. Hits Stein on the right leg pad. 1 minute left. Nardicia up the near side wall. Hutchison pulls it off of the stick of Travis Shouty. Beavers get it back to the neutral zone. 40 seconds to go. Chittenden just flutters it into the offensive zone. He'll go off on a line change. Sounds of the game here from the Hearing Wellness Center. Enjoy better hearing. Crowd getting into this one and cheering their team on to this, what is going to be their third shutout in 4 games.
Yeah, and the semifinals of the CCHA Race for the Mason Cup will be here at the Sanford Center next Saturday night at 7 o'clock.
12 seconds to go. Puck tied up along the far wall. Looks like everyone's content to just let the clock run out. Helps there's 4 refs over there too. Bemidji State wins the quarterfinal series. Will host a semifinal Saturday night at 7.
Opponent to be determined. Might not know till tomorrow night.
Those of you who are forget who emailed the booth from the arena tonight. If you're listening,
you can go
on
buy
your way
tickets.
out,
Yeah.
stop at the box office and get your tickets. Single semifinal next Saturday. As one of the greatest parts of hockey, the handshake line starts here at center ice. Beavers win it 4-0. Our Paul Bunning Communications postgame show is next here on the Beaver Radio Network. Back here at the Sanford Center, our Paul Bunning Communications postgame show. Bemidji State, 39 shots. You would have told me after the first period they were getting to 39. I don't know that I would have believed you.
Yeah.
They outscore the Bulldogs 4-0 over the course of the second and the third period. Bemidji State sweeps Ferris State. The Bulldog season comes to a close. Bemidji State will play next Saturday night, 7:07 here at the Sanford Center. Opponent to be determined. Last night wasn't a complete game.
No.
Complete enough for us, never for a coach.
No.
But, boy, you look at tonight, that's a complete win. You look at all 120 minutes last week. This team is on a trajectory that is going to be hard to slow down and stop.
Yeah, they've just played so well, and that just breeds more confidence game after game. What is it now, 8, 9 in a row?
8 straight wins.
Yeah, and they just played so solidly, and as a team, they're getting contributions from all over their lineup. And then, of course, you got Matthias in the net. Don't forget that first period could have been a lot different. I mean, he made probably 4 or 5 high-quality saves to keep it 0-0. Everybody plays a role, and Matthias was very solid tonight in between the pipes, particularly in the first period when they needed him the most.
As was Gavin last Saturday.
Right. I mean, obviously the goalie is going to be a big part of the team. But
like you said, though, contributions from everybody.
Yeah, I mean, you got that fourth line, which we've raved about for the last month, but you've got the third line, Judding, who's been on a tear, Vicenen, Jones, Flameng. I mean, I would not want to be an opponent against these guys because who are you going to try to stop? All 4 of the lines have been contributing for the past month. You can't really focus on any one. Leighton Road, You know, he's kind of struggled to get some points. He got
Still
an
had a
assist
bunch
tonight,
of assists.
and he's all over the ice. He's still contributing, and maybe not on the stat sheet, but that just tells you how much of a team effort, and it's so important. That's how you're going to win hockey games, is when you're getting contributions from all over the place. If you're relying on one or two lines,
you're in trouble.
You are going to get bit by that eventually. So, yeah, it's just been really fun to watch. And what the last 4 games have been shutouts, but they showed that they can win in a lot of different ways, include coming back from 2 twice last night. Now, you prefer not to do that. We saw that earlier in the season as well, where they had a couple of big comebacks. But tonight's the game that you kind of expect out of this team. They come out, they take care of business, and walk away with a 4-0 win.
Time for our Hot Spring Hot Tubs of Northern Minnesota stats. Take the first step towards finding the perfect hot tub. Hot Spring Hot Tubs of Northern Minnesota.
Well, I like the way that they played in the third period, and the stats prove that out. Ferris, playing for their season, down 3-0, entering the third period, gets outshot 18-3 in the final 20 minutes of the hockey game tonight. The Beavers, 38-25 shots on goal, 2 power play goals, back-to-back power plays, and the Beavers made them pay for that, both in the second period. The only penalty against the Beavers was in the first. Ferris unsuccessful, so they finish 0 for 1 on the power play. Face-offs, 33 for the Bulldogs, 26 for Bemidji, so pretty even. And then block shots, 17-12 in favor of the Bulldogs. You would think they'd have more block shots. There was more shots attempted in their zone. But again, an all-around, really, I think, great team effort. Just indicative of how this team has played for the last 5-6 weeks.
George emails the Paul Bundy Net mailbag, listening in. Hope I'm getting this somewhat close to correct. Ulitic, Indiana, hometown of BSU Athletic Director Britt Laritzen.
All right.
Thanks for the email, George. Thanks to everyone who was participating tonight with the Paul Bundy Net mailbag. Always makes the game go by a little bit easier and a little bit quicker.
Yeah, fun to hear from
although there were still too many darn whistles in this one.
Yeah, there were, but it helps with that. But it's just great to hear, people listening wherever they're listening at or watching at. And obviously, thanks to the internet, it's literally a worldwide audience potentially. And we heard from coast to coast, from east to west, north to south. Great to have everybody along tonight, and certainly expect we'll see or hear from you, or hopefully you're here in the building next Saturday night.
We did have one replay review tonight. There was a coach's challenge on a potential high stick. These two sponsor mentions both tied together. The replay review from the Keg and Cork, home of the half-off Apps and Taps Happy Hour, was inconclusive on the played with a high stick. It was our game-winning goal, brought to you by Fozzie Smokin' Barbecue, Bemidji's best barbecue. Carter Jones, what a feed from Adam Flamang. Flamang settling a puck that was
close to his shoulder height. They're close to 4 feet.
Close. Very close.
But hard to determine if it was above 4 feet.
Yeah. Beavers tack on 2 then from Eric Polkamp, another one from Jake McLean. Beavers 4-0 tonight. As we check our Stittsworth Meets scoreboard tonight, 5:20 left in the third. Minnesota State has gone up 4-1 on Northern Michigan. So it appears as if the Mavericks will advance to next weekend. St. Thomas defeats Lake State today 4-2. Game 3 of that tomorrow. And Michigan Tech ends Bowling Green season tonight 6-5.
Wild game there in Houghton, but the Huskies advance. St. Thomas, they're
going to go to Game 3 tomorrow. It looks like that's going to be the only one that will go to a Game 3 tomorrow.
Yep.
Unless Northern Michigan really pulls a rabbit out of the hat.
Well, so we know for sure it'll be either Lake Superior State or Minnesota State Mankato that will be here next Saturday night.
7:07 tickets for season ticket holders. If you're a season ticket holder, you're in your car right now waiting for Coach Saratori to join us. Season ticket holders have until, I'm not sure what the deadline is on Monday, but it's sometime on Monday to say, yes, I wish to purchase my tickets for Saturday. After Monday, your seats will be up for anyone to purchase.
Right.
Tickets for the general public then will go on sale on Tuesday.
And season ticket holders have the first round included in their season ticket package. Everything after that is
correct.
In addition, so you need to go and get your tickets taken care of. And I mean, if you're a season ticket holder, you got to be here for the semifinals, don't you?
You better be. Coach Serratore now joining us outside the Beaver locker room. Tom, congratulations.
Thanks, Schultze.
Last night there were a few hiccups, but boy, both games last weekend and tonight, I thought you guys have played as solid of a 60-minute game as you could.
Yeah, I thought tonight, though, I mean, they're a hard team to play, and I thought that the first period there was times. In the second period, they actually dictated terms in the second period, even though it's weird. We outscored them 3-0, but we had 4 shots through about 11, 12 minutes, and but this wasn't easy. The third period when we got that fourth goal, then things then it was our ice. But again, they're not fun to play, and I'm glad we got out of it. Now on to the next round.
Well, in the first period, it was pretty equal, unlike the first 10 minutes last night where they dictated play, but yet Matthias had to come up with 3-4 pretty solid shots to keep it a scoreless game, and that changes the whole complex of the game if they're able to get one in there.
Oh gosh, and you don't want them to score first, Biss, and because that just puts a whole new set of circumstances in the game too. So. But again, we got the win, and that's all that counts, guys.
Have you seen a guy catch a puck that's off the ice like Adam Fleming did and literally set it down at his feet and feed a great pass to a goal scorer?
No doubt. Like that thing, that's puck luck too. We'll give Flammer some skill, but then we got some puck luck off it too.
I loved how you guys played in the third period, Tom. You're up 3-0 entering the period, and you outshoot them 18-3. A lot of folks maybe play a little bit more conservative. It seemed like you just were going with what you guys were doing.
You know what, Bess, teams never, I just want to make sure, too, there's never a plan to play conservative or anything. People always think that. These games just take on a life of their own. All you ever tell a team, and that's all anybody ever does, have a good F3, manage the puck. And you know what? But again, you got to read you're just reading the game. You're reading the period, and by that time, they didn't have a lot of a spark right there. When it's tough. It was tough for them at that particular point. And yeah, we kind of smelled blood a little bit, but I thought we managed our risk pretty good, and we had a good F3. We kept pucks low, so we did things too where we wanted to keep the puck going. So. But nobody ever is defensive on purpose. I'm telling you, if you ever think that, watch a game. I just want to make sure I echo that. Nobody ever is on purpose, Your
power play goes 2 for 2. Eric Polkamp goes 2 for 2. 2 unbelievable shots. And, with a big goalie, you almost have to be shooting low to get any chance of getting an A through and B past him, right?
Yeah. Again, Poley's got that. Well, he's got a quick stick, too. And the first one, I think, hit the guy's skate, didn't it, guys?
We couldn't tell, but both low shots, and they were both almost identical goals.
They were. I think the first one went off their guy's skate. The second one, though, wasn't. The second one wasn't, and he beat him clean. And he's just got, he's got some deception with that snapshot there, and it's heat, as you guys know too.
I don't know that I've seen a guy blow up a stick like that one time.
My Lord. No, that thing. I agree with you. That thing must have traveled, 80 feet.
It went back into the D zone.
Oh boy.
We'll take it.
He's tough on composite. That's for sure, guys.
Still worth the price of admission.
Absolutely.
Tom, we'll see you next Saturday.
Thanks, guys.
Tom Serratore, head coach of the Beavers here. It's our Paul Bunning Communications postgame show tonight. Beavers winners tonight 4-0. We'll come back and wrap up our Paul Bunning Communications postgame show with the Pet Zone 3 stars of the game next, right here. It's the Beaver Radio Network. Paul Bunyan Communications postgame show here at the Sanford Center. Beavers win this one by the final score of 4-0. Bis with our Pet Zone 3 stars of the game. Bemidji's best choice for pet supplies.
We're going to give the number 3 star to Matthias Scholl. Again, he came up with some big saves in that first period. Wasn't tested as much down the stretch in the second and third, but it didn't matter. I mean, the Beavers had pulled away by then, but it did matter a lot in the first period. And Matthias gets his second shutout in 3 starts. And for that, the junior from Hermosa Beach, California, is the number 3 star of the game.
Gavin had the...
Yeah, but he...
second and 3. I got you.
Yep. 2 out of 3, right? He didn't get the shutout last night, but he did on Friday night before and tonight. So the number 2 star of the game we're going to give to Kyle Loft. They're becoming a tandem, Loft and Polkamp are, even though they're not paired together normally 5-on-5. They've got...
Helps when they're on the power play twice.
That does, and Kyle Loft gets another 2 assists tonight to add to his total of 20. So he's got 22 assists now on the season. And the fifth-year senior from Mankato is the number 2 star of the game.
Number 1 star, an easy one.
Yeah, 2 goals tonight for Eric Polkamp. That is number 9 and 10 on the season, 3 on the weekend, back-to-back. They were pretty much identical goals, both on the power play, and that helped the Beavers pull away and assure themselves the quarterfinal series victory here against Ferris State. Eric Polkamp, freshman Brainerd, for the second night in a row, the number 1 star of the game.
Team calls him Al.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Al.
All right. Learned something new tonight.
Well, Tom said that yesterday in the postgame.
I
went over to Al, and he goes,
I didn't catch that.
That's Polkamp's name.
Funny.
I should ask where that nickname originated from.
Maybe he's a fan of You Can Call Me Al.
Doubtful. Polkamp the 1, Loaf the 2, Matthias Scholl the 3, our Pet Zone 3 stars of the game tonight. Minute 9 left in Mankato. The Mavericks have tacked on another one. They lead 5-1, so Minnesota State will advance. Michigan Tech advances. Lake State St. Thomas. Game 3 will be tomorrow in Mendota Heights.
Well, this was the last you must-win game. This is the last time the Beavers will not face a must-win game. They could have lost and played again, but from now on, the rest of the way, it's win or go home.
They have won 8 in a row, which helps.
Yeah, well.
Certainly doesn't hurt.
In 60 minutes, you just never know, and obviously you're getting to the semifinals. As anybody who watches this sports knows, anything can happen. Doesn't matter the seed, doesn't matter the record. It's what happens on the ice next Saturday night, and if Bemidji plays like they did here tonight, I like their odds.
Final score here tonight, Beavers 4, Bulldogs nothing. Tickets to the general public go on sale Tuesday. Semifinals 7:07 this Saturday. Team to be determined. Good night, everyone. And if it was blocked out in front, Beavers will flip it high up into the air. Flamang knocks it down, drops it off for Carter Jones. Jones tucks it under the bar. Beavers lead 1-0. What a shot by Carter Jones.
Well, and what a play by Flamang. Is that who hit it out of midair?
Yes.
And it dropped right to his stick, and he heads up instead of skating into the zone. Just
down low it goes for Jackson Juding. Back up top for Loaf. To the left side circle. Low to the ice, and Eric Polkamp makes it 2-0. That puck never left the ice. Well, the goalie's supposed to stop that thing.
just good puck rotation, too. Once they were able to get it free and pass it around, they were trying to free up Polkamp over there in the left face-off circle. He gets it, and yeah, he just fires it low to the ice, and sometimes that can fool a goalie.
Final minute here of the second. Beavers on an Otter Tail power play up by 2. Backdoor goal for Polkamp. I don't think Juding got a piece of it here on the near post. It's 3-0.
It's like Groundhog Day. That's the exact same thing as the second goal. Seriously, same spot, same shot, low to the ice. And Polkamp's got himself 2 on the night, 3 on the weekend, and the Beavers are up 3-0.
Held in, blue line left by Will Magnuson. Down low, Dante Lawson right out in front for Jake McLean, who buried it.
You keep playing the way they're playing, you're going to get rewarded. How many games in a row now have they chimed in? I mean, they weren't together last night, but when they've been out there together, they have been very formidable.